different world. Ooh. My girlfriend.
Watch out, world, I'm grown now. I'm grown.
Is the TV on?
Martin. It's on. You can tell they budget went up.
Martin, the first claymation.
He really was the first claymation.
Or was it claymation or just a cartoon?
Oh, no, that's claymation. Oh, it went off. Hey, y'all.
Martin.
Hey, y'all.
Hola. What's up? So, this week's throwback appreciation goes to Martin. And I stated on Recovering Party Girls, but I don't think y'all got to hear all of that episode.
Well, life happens.
But Martin is my favorite sitcom of the
all
90s. Yes, of all time. We'll just put it that way. Of all time. It ran on the Fox network from
right before Living Single.
Right.
And New York Undercover.
Yeah,
Was it Monday?
on Thursday night.
It was Thursdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
It ran on there from 1992 to 97 for 5 seasons. And in my opinion, I don't know if this is factual, but I feel like Martin...
In my opinion, because I don't know if this is factual.
I don't know if it's factual, but I feel like Martin, Living Single, and then Living Color put Fox on the map. Or
No, it's for black people. I think it did.
Okay. For black people.
I can agree to that.
Yeah. So Martin is based out of Detroit. It stars comedian Martin Lawrence as Martin Payne. He starts off as a radio host turned talk show host. And Martin is just rude. He's a mama's boy. He's misogynistic, but like he's loyal, and his friends know that they could go to him with anything.
Because now, this is what I don't like about like watching TV now versus in the 90s. There wasn't like think pieces and the internet.
Yeah.
So now people, when they go to rewatch shows like Martin and Friends, they hate the main character.
But,
and it's like, how do you hate Martin? Because Martin is an asshole, but like every episode is like a teacher. Yeah, it was like
that was the joke of it all.
Every episode was like a teachable moment. Like, I guess because I too hang out with a lot of misogynistic niggas and I have to always be like, I do. And I always gotta be like, nah, you asshole. But so it's like, y'all really... I've read a lot of think pieces about Martin and Ross from Friends. Where people do not like them.
But no, I just don't understand people's issue with Martin when that was the premise of the show, and he got called out for
every single time. It's not like he was a dick and no one said nothing.
Yeah, but whatever.
And everybody still came to his house.
Right.
To chill.
Right. Gina Waters is his girlfriend turned wife.
Hey, Tisha Campbell Martin.
Yeah, well, Tisha Campbell. She's played by Tisha Campbell.
Tisha.
Is she still Tisha Campbell Martin?
They're divorced not final. Tisha Campbell soon not to be Martin.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna take that Martin off.
She should.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She got kids, so she may keep it. And they're under 18.
She might keep. She might go as Tisha Campbell for like entertainment purposes, but
legally,
keep legally Tisha Campbell Martin.
And Tisha Campbell. Gina Waters is a marketing exec, and she keeps Martin in line when need to be. Her best friend is Pamela James, played by Tashina Arnold.
Hey, Tashina, everything.
And she's her best friend and coworker. And Pam has a love-hate relationship with Martin.
I think Martin has a crush on Pam.
When you go back and look at the show, it's no way my best friend could be going at my man like that. Like
all the time.
Yeah, we would have issues. And then plus that one episode, Crunchy Draws, they had dreams about each other. And even in that episode, nothing going on but the rent. And he was looking at her and he was like, damn, Pam, you got that big rump roast or something like that.
Martin reminds me of like kids who have crushes, like a boy who likes a girl, but as a little kid, you don't know to be nice to her. You just be mean to her. He reminds me of that. And like, let me push you.
BDB, talking about her breath stank. But because Pam, she initially was Cole's crush, but then her and Tommy started dating. And when it was all said and done, like at the wedding, Martin did tell Tommy, like, Pam is a good woman. Like, I may go in on her, but she's a good woman.
I would have liked if they would have kept Pam and Tommy
I like their
going together. Like, I didn't like how it ended. So
because it just ended abruptly, and it was just like,
and it didn't have to.
Yeah. So, and then Cole Brown, played by Carl Anthony Payne II, is Martin's childhood best friend. He's a little slow and dim-witted. He cleans jets and planes. He lives with his mama. He starts off the show with Big Shirley and ends the show being engaged to Shanice, who's equally as slow as him, maybe slower. And then we have Tommy Strong, played by the late, great Thomas Michael Ford, R.I.P. Yeah. He's also Martin's childhood best friend. He's very debonair. He dated Pam. And if you know anything about Tommy, what we all know about Tommy,
he ain't got no job, man.
Like, he can't tell you where he worked. But
the big white building on the side. Right. No, now I work for the big black building across the street from the big white building.
Right.
What?
He can't tell you what he do. All we know is that he said he got a job. So what you think his job was?
I think he was a dope boy.
But you know, because then somebody pointed out on that one episode, Schoolyard, Jungle, whatever,
the one with
Miss Trinidad.
Beverly Johnson.
Yeah, they were saying that whatever he did, possibly he worked with kids because he got Martin and Cole to come speak to the class. But I think maybe he was just volunteering somewhere.
Yeah, I think he's a drug dealer. And drug dealers are usually nice to the community. Yeah. Drug dealers actually do more. Like, I know they're poisoning the city. I get that part. But the other half of a drug dealer, they still take mamas and grandmas to churches. Right. They still get turkeys. They love the neighborhood kids. They get them $20, get them some candy, buy them some ice cream. Because my uncle was a drug dealer. And every time I see him at the park, he used to give me, well, he not no more. But every time I used to see him at the park, he used to give me $20 and I used to buy all the kids ice cream and stuff. So
putting poison
to the parents for taking care of the children. Balance.
I mean, I guess, child. So, but yeah, Martin was just a great show. I mean, we've before talking about like your top 5 moments, top 5 episodes, but I can't really do that with Martin because I just love the show so much, and I can just
be passionate.
Yeah, I could just watch. Look. TV One used to play Martin. It was on a 7 o'clock slot or whatever, and I can't remember if they played it for an hour or 2 hours, but every day I would come home and I would watch it. And this was since I moved to Houston.
You know what?
And they played it in chronological order, y'all.
And you can't get that. Listen, you gotta appreciate that.
They didn't cut the show off or nothing. Like, you got the full episodes as if you were watching it back in the 90s.
Nah, because if you watch it on BET right now, you get 10 minutes.
And I don't watch it. At all.
And it's very hard. I don't know if y'all know this, but it is very hard to get shows played in chronological order because I think I said last week how networks buy different episodes. Mm-hmm. So they're not buying them in a full season package. They kind of pull the popular ones out and then purchase those, which somebody told me that the other day, like a couple of years ago, and I was like, that's why I keep seeing the same episodes all the time.
Yeah.
But so
and I feel like BET doing that because I feel like with BET, they stay playing that first season breakup episode. It seems like every time I turn on there, they playing that episode when Gina bought him that booty.
That was such a stupid. This nigga's really beef behind that butt. That was so,
and it lasted
so
like 3 episodes.
Right. They really drew that one out. I'm not gonna lie. They really, honestly, it wasn't even that serious to begin with.
It wasn't.
And then Lark showed up. Lark, who was he? Voorhees.
Yep.
Was she dating Martin at that time too?
Yep. Reverend Leon Lonnie Love. We got an introduction to him.
Somebody told me everything's gonna be all right.
No, it's I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right. Oh, I got a feeling. You know what? Yes, and he almost laughed too during that too. The Holy Ghost
because he knew that was funny.
Yo. And we do not give David Alan Grier his respect because he deserves all his respect. Like, David Alan Grier is a really talented comedian
and just actor. And I didn't realize until a couple of years ago he used to be on Broadway, and I found that out because Kerry Washington was like, to like My Forever Dad or something because they was in that movie Peoples together.
Did he win a Tony or was
I don't know because it wasn't until she said he was her dad in the movie Peoples, and then she started referencing when they were on Broadway together. And I was like, wait, David Allen Greer's like being an actor.
Yes, because I watched an old interview with him in Breakfast Club like some years ago, and they were talking about his work on Broadway.
That's crazy.
So yeah, he's so talented.
And then it reminded me this year when he was on Greenleaf. I was like, look at, because I didn't even like him. I was like,
I felt some type of way about Greenleaf. They did. I got a feeling everything's gonna be all right. And they ain't even have Jimmy Dale lead the song. Who else gonna lead the song?
They should have had
if
Jimmy
not
Dale. No,
David Allen Greer. Who else?
That show is stupid.
And like, no, and he made you hate him on Queen Sugar.
He really did.
And he looks hella old.
He's really great. He's really great.
But he doesn't look that old though, because on Watch What Happens Live, I mean, he's gray, but he still looks good.
You know what? I think it's when his full beard is out, and his full beard was out as Jimmy Dale. Because I seen him on another show recently. Because this past year or two, he's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah. You know who else is getting a lot of work too? Colonel Taylor from A Different World.
Yeah. Yeah, but David Allen Greer, he been giving y'all characters. Remember he was on Tales from the Hood? And he played the monster.
Sure was.
So you painted me as the monster? I know you ain't the only one to need an ass whooping. Yes, David Allen Greer.
And shout out to Martin, because Martin really played a bunch of roles on his television show. And I can't name. I know Shanae. He played Mama
Otis,
Payne. Mama Payne.
Dragonfly Jones.
The little boy.
He played what's his name?
The little snot-nosed boy.
Yeah. Jerome. He played Jerome.
I say Jerome in the hat. Watch your mouth.
And he played the character with the hair on the chest.
The Hawaiian guy, don't you know?
Yes, he played that one too. Like, he plays so many characters, and that's why the comedians that play the female characters on social media and stuff, like, I'm indifferent towards them, but when they try to compare them to Martin and Eddie Murphy and Jamie Foxx, I'm like, but Martin played Shanae and Big Mama of many characters that he played, and that wasn't how he got on. That, like I said, those are just characters.
I think people now don't like those type of characters, because what's the girl name? Is that Mikhail?
It looks like Mikhail.
Okay, so I posted a clip of Martin and Shanae saying, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad.
No, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa. Was it a third one? Or whatever, but he ends with Feliz Navidad to all. Feliz Navidad, and he walks out the door. So she comments under our IG page and says, never realized how harmful the Shanae character was to the image of black women. I just kind of sent an emoji like, because it's kind of like tiring to me. Like for me, a lot of stuff don't need a whole bunch of think pieces to it, and a lot of stuff don't need to be delved into.
Times were different.
Times were different, and just a lot of stuff don't need to be delved into, because I don't know about everybody else, but I personally, not a single day since I have watched Martin, looked at Shanae and thought Shanae was defining black women. I just thought it was a big ass joke.
My mama and my aunties loved Shanae.
I like Shanae too, because the thing is, and you commented, because I was
trying to back to her.
Yeah, I was talking to Christy about it, and Shanae owns her own salon. Mm-hmm. B, I just watched the episode Friday after Thanksgiving.
Sophisticated Lady.
No, not that one. They had the Friday after Thanksgiving. They had a marathon going on. And which I totally can't remember every episode from first season, because I feel like I'm always watching second or third. But it was an episode where Martin goes to jail. Mm-hmm. Between Cole, Pam, Tommy, and Gina, they couldn't even make up how much money they needed. I think Cole only had like a 20. Gina could only get 200. I think Tommy might have had 50. Pam might have had 100. But whatever they needed $400 more. They knew who had the money. They knocked on Shanae's door. And who did have the money, like offered, was like, here go the money. Because they knocked on Shanae's door, and Shanae was like, oh my God, he murdered somebody. Who he killed?
And did he put his hands on you, girl? I didn't think I'd be the little light-skinned girl for something like that.
He's like, she really was so distraught about Martin going to jail. But she ended up having the money, like, off rip. Like, she didn't need to go to nobody's bank. She didn't need to do nothing. So 4 people couldn't even make up the money Shanae had in her back pocket, essentially. Mm-hmm. And then Sophisticated Ladies as well. she got into the group before Gina and Pam.
Because she owned her own business. And she told everybody what they man was doing.
Yeah, right. And she low-key was effeminate. Well, she high-key was effeminate.
No, because she
didn't
was
take no shit.
Yeah, and even when Martin was dragging his feet about proposing to Gina, she told Gina, like, look, you got an opportunity in New York. If he ain't gonna marry you, leave.
How you propose to her?
Gina, you have plotted, you have schemed. Clank, clank. Gina, yes, I will marry you. Are you happy now?
You plotted.
Damn.
You plotted and you schemed. Clank, clank. What an asshole.
Yes, I will marry you. Love it. I don't want to be proposed to like that.
That
but
shit is
love
so
it.
funny.
Like Tommy said, well, how romantic. Damn. Like that.
Plotted
And
and you schemed. Oh my God, Martin's such a good show.
But then he came back though because he knew he was wrong and he got her that ring and he had
Brian McKnight.
Brian McKnight sing to her and he had the whole group help set up the proposal and stuff. So, overall, that's why we love Martin.
And Martin is like, overall, I know more quotes about Martin. I can quote more Martin episodes. And I actually own everything but the last season because once Gina left, that last season was a travesty. So I have season 1 through 4. They have 5 seasons?
Yeah.
I have seasons 1 through 4 on DVD.
What's your favorite season?
2.
Yeah, because at first I used to think 3, but then like when I just went back and looked at 2, I was just like, man, it's too good.
And 2 has a lot of my favorite episodes in it. And then, like I said, 5 is a wash. I don't mind.
But 5 had a few good episodes. The one where they played the WNBA players.
That
was the Snow White one when
Gina and Pam bodies were so bad.
girl.
Like every time I watch Martin, I be like, they were built like they were cute.
And I didn't realize it until
They,
I
like,
became
slim
an
thick,
adult.
too?
Yes.
Like how y'all small, but you big
Yes.
and like you're perfectly in the right
but
places.
see, the thing was that I think Pam was more of like an hourglass, probably. But Gina, she didn't have hips, but she just had
the
a big
second she
booty.
turned to the side, it's just like, whoa, Gina,
Yeah.
you hold a lot back there, sis.
Yeah.
And to Gina and Pam dressed really well.
Yes.
And you have to appreciate the fact they didn't care about. They tried a lot with their hair too.
They sure did.
Because I remember Gina had the Tony Braxton cut. I was like watching some
Yeah,
episodes.
she had a really short haircut.
They really tried a lot with their hair too.
And Pam, she stays switching up her hair on every episode.
Yeah,
so,
no. And Pam actually has some hairstyles I will rock right now on that show.
Yeah.
Especially they went through that era where they had them perfect wraps. I think that might have been like season 4, season 5. Their hair was perfectly wrapped. Like like Khadijah James perfectly wrapped.
Yes. I remember watching that the WNBA episode.
That hair was cute as shit.
Yes, and she came out there with that cute basketball.
Both of them, and then they do a scene where they both standing next to each other, but like I think Pam might kind of be behind Gina, and both of them standing to the side, and their hair was just perfectly laid. And I was just like, Gina and Pam should have been on these niggas' necks in the 90s.
A duo.
Like I need
name it better.
I need to know a story. I need to know what was popping. Who was y'all messing with? Who next was y'all on? What parties were y'all at? What niggas was trying to give y'all stuff? Who was buying y'all diamonds? Because I just goddamn know they were pulling.
But
Tisha got with Dwayne Martin. Ain't that? Wow. I don't want to say she could have did better, but I feel like she was hotter than him.
She was.
So I feel like she could have upped it a bit more.
Yeah. And he seemed like the type of dude that was like probably humbling her at home, like, because he knew she was on. Because she went from Martin and then My Wife and Kids and stuff like that.
But niggas humble you. I've had this conversation multiple times when we're covering Party Girls, that when certain people date popular women and just popular stuff, like date popular women or women who are more popular than them, the control and the need to remind them comes at home. So it's all cute when it's like I said, it's like the Ashanti Rain on Me video. It's all cute when you out and about and we love you, you're so great, and oh my God, don't you love her? And then you get home and he be cheating on you with the most basic bitch, and you be like, what?
Yeah.
I'm such and such.
Yeah, Tisha Campbell in the 90s.
Bad.
Yes.
Her and Pam should have been a good duo. Like, I really want to hear some stories. And they were roommates, too, when they first got Martin.
Yeah.
I got a lot of questions. I just really want to know what was popping.
Yeah. So, but, shout out to Martin. Y'all did the damn thing. My favorite show none can top it, in my opinion. So, but yeah, girl. So, what you want to talk about this week? Which shows you been watching?
I watched Empire reluctantly. Empire needs to go. But I told y'all the last time how my loyalty to watching it finish, I can't have it any other way. But Taraji directed the latest episode, which was good. Because I kind of like when, like, after a while, they let, like, the actors kind of, like, get their feet wet with directing. Yeah. So I did like that. And she seemed very happy from her IG stories. Outside of that, I wish the dead brother would just die.
Yeah, like he was so insignificant anyway.
It's just like insult to injury. Like this is not replacing Jamal. Like I feel like this is like a last ditch effort to make us forget that Jamal's not there.
Yeah.
And Hakeem's half there. Or 1/4 there.
Yeah. And then it's just, girl, I forgot what happened this episode. I watched it. Oh, I know.
Because it didn't matter.
We still love you, Taraji.
We really, Terrence Howard, Taraji, the entire cast of Empire. I genuinely, Nicole Ari Parker's on there now. Vivica A. Fox,
Gabby Sidibe. Yeah. Okay, no.
Tasha Smith.
I do not like how they wrote it that Nicole Ari Parker had to go to What's-the-Face to get money. I know his name is Woody Harrelson in real life.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Because it's like, let him be gone.
I don't like, it's just, it's time for Empire to slide. And that's really that on that.
Yeah.
And I don't have nothing to say, because I don't like the fact that they keep trying to keep this dead brother in the process as well. And it's just like, I didn't like him to begin with. So I don't like White Cookie. What's White Cookie name? White Tracy. I don't like White Tracy. I don't like David Banner being there. I don't like the fact that Lucius is always like weirdly dressed now. Like, it's just,
I don't like the whole him and Andre still having issues. It's like, when are y'all just gonna move forward and stop creating the drama within the family, but let outside things, affect the family? It's they holding on to the same storyline about the whole, no, it's my empire. I'm the king. I rule the land.
And I just kind of want him and Cookie to be together and be happy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, girl, you did 17 years. I mean, it's clear y'all love each other. It's like, T.I. and Tay. It's like certain relationships. I don't care how toxic they are. Just go ahead and go on about your day. And just let them go at this point.
Yeah.
And then they brought that girl up. I don't know, whatever. Empire, I'm gonna stick it out because we've been doing this too long together. And nothing else comes on Wednesday, Tuesday.
I was gonna say, maybe we should talk about Empire. Both of us are just like, I'm over it.
Okay, Empire, we're gonna check back again at the last 2 episodes.
We'll tell you how it wrap up.
Okay, because apparently you're right. It's like beating a dead horse at this point. And let me be clear. I love Taraji P. Henson. Yeah. Obsessed with her. I loved what Empire did for television. Yeah. I loved how popular it was. I will sing "You're So Beautiful" randomly and drip drop randomly any given day. It was a completely great show.
I like Snitch. Bitch.
Snitch, bitch. I just like that one too. That was
we could throw that in there too.
Okay, Empire, you got 3. But no, I did like their original performances. Tiana did a Janet Jackson performance. Immediately, it was like kind of Pleasure Principle vibe. I lived. And they actually had a lot of good performances on that show, like visually. But yeah, we'll just check back at the end because I don't have to. I like them too much, and I appreciate Terrence Howard and Taraji.
Every other week.
Yeah, and
I hate this show.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because I like Taraji too much, and I like Vivica Fox and Tasha Smith, and I actually like everybody who's on the show.
Yeah,
it's the show
except for Andre's wife.
Well, we didn't have to go there. But essentially, overall, I like the people who are on the show. I don't like the direction of the show. There we go. So that is not against the people playing the characters.
Well, let's talk about shows that we actually do enjoy.
You like Black Lightning. I don't watch it. So
CW, they're
I never forgave CW for what happened.
But they're trying to get their Black viewership up, y'all. On Monday nights is All American, which comes on 7 o'clock
and that's
Central
Tay
Time. Yeah, Tay Diggs. And then Black Lightning comes on at 8.
Do they get good ratings?
I don't follow ratings, but I do know that All American is on Netflix. I think Black Lightning is on Netflix too. So I think with All American being on Netflix, it helped to bring more viewership to the show. Mm-hmm. And All American is based on the true story of a football player, Spencer Paysinger. Mm-hmm. And the story is about Spencer, who's also the main character of the show. I think he lives in Crenshaw because I know he goes to Crenshaw High School. And he moves to Beverly Hills. I mean, to me, All American is like Beverly Hills meets South Central.
Beverly Hills 90210?
Yeah, 90210 meets South Central because Taye Diggs plays Billy. Billy is the coach of the football team for the Beverly Hills High School. And Billy and Spencer's mom were high school sweethearts. But Spencer's dad was also a classmate of the mom's and Billy's, and Spencer's dad and the mom actually ended up together and having 2 boys together. But she cheated on the dad with Billy, like later on. And so Billy, he played football, but now he's a coach. He has his white wife and their 2 kids.
Come on, white wife.
And so the daughter, I think, the kids are twins, and the daughter, she had to go to, she was in rehab and stuff like that. And, like, I really like Spencer's character because, well, I will say he is very serious all the time. But even with him leaving Crenshaw, he still knows where he came from. And, I mean, he still goes back and forth between Crenshaw and Beverly Hills anyway. But, and just kind of, like, helping Billy's kids to, like, realize, especially his son, like, you're black. Because apparently Billy hasn't been teaching his kids that lesson about, you know, them being black and that. Because, you know, they may be in a bubble in Beverly Hills, but outside that bubble, y'all still niggas or whatever. So I do like that aspect. I like the realness of the aspect. I mean, the realness of the show. It also has, y'all were calling her Fantasia Loaf on Empire.
They were calling her Fantasia Loaf. Hilarious.
She's on the show too. And with her, you know, she's still in the hood. And Spencer's her best friend. He stays looking out for her.
She's still like getting a check.
Yeah. Spencer's her best friend. He stays trying to look out for her. And she got herself involved in some mess. And so, yeah, this second season has just been, you know, Spencer's dad had left in the first season. Well, they talked about his dad leaving and the dad came back. And so they've been able to forge a relationship. And then Spencer had a girlfriend, Leia. And she's dealing with, like, mental health issues. They talk about that because she's dealing with depression. But the way she's handling it, they know something's wrong with her. But she tries to act like nothing's wrong with her because her mother died while she was a young age. And her dad stays, like, traveling. And so she's always at home by herself. But yeah, y'all check out All American. It's a good show.
That's the one with Salim Akil.
No, All American. That's what we were just talking about.
Oh, okay.
So then after All American is Black Lightning. Black Lightning is a show about a superhero. It stars
China McClain.
Yeah, China McClain is a daughter. Nefessa Williams, she's a daughter also. She's so pretty. She's played and stuff here or there. She's the one, I think there was a photo of her and she was dressed up as Diana Ross or something like that, or had big hair.
I have to look her up. I don't remember her.
And I was like, if they do a biopic about Diana Ross, she should play Diana Ross.
You know who need to play? What's the girl who used to do all the duets with Marvin Gaye?
Tammy Terrell.
You know, Taraji need to play Tammy Terrell, and they need to do that like today.
Yeah,
no shade, but they need to do it like now because I think it might be the eyes. Like Tammy Terrell kind of got like them Taraji eyes, and I would really love to see a biopic of Tammy Terrell, but I would like to see them not do it like how they do. Sometimes it's either a gritty biopic or it's a Disneyland biopic. They need to give her like a gritty one.
Yeah,
because she, if y'all watch Unsung, you know.
Yeah.
Those who know. But go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm not sure who plays the mom. But the Black Lightning, the dad is played by he was Scooter on In Living Single.
Come on, get your check, Scoot.
And he looks good.
Come on, Scooter.
He's so fine. But so the show, they're all superheroes except for the mother. And
well, that sucks.
Yeah, well, they got the powers from the dad. And so I really can't. I've been confused about this season because a lot has happened, and I was like, wait, so we didn't know his identity, but now we know his identity, and a couple of people know the identity of the kids or whatnot. But you know,
what's their powers?
I
can't get into superhero stuff, and then the one show, and this is why this turned me off. So I don't get into superhero stuff like that to begin with, except Blank Man. Shout out to Damon Wayans. But
and Richard Allen Greer.
I really did.
And Robin Givens.
I did really like Blank Man. I was neither here nor there, y'all. But the one on it had Alfre Woodard It was on Netflix.
Oh, I know you're talking about. I watched that too.
What was the name of that show? Was that Black something too?
Nah, that was damn, what was the name of that show? I
don't know, and it's like a big franchise, but they had it. Alfred Woodard was in it. The girl who was a police officer, she just got a show on CBS as a judge.
The guy who played the Colt, is his name Colton or something? Or?
What is the name of that?
Luke Cage. That's the name of the show. Luke
I got
Cage,
into Luke Cage because I was getting my hair done one day, and the girl who's doing my hair was watching Luke Cage, and she's like, "You don't like it?" I was like, "I really don't get into superhero stuff like that." So she just ended up watching it. I think actually she didn't even watch it from the beginning. She was already into second season. So of course I'm getting my hair done. So I started watching it. So I came home, ended up binge watching. I think it was like 3 seasons, or at the time it might have been.
I think it was like 2 or 3 seasons.
It was like whatever happened is I watched it all, and then that next week they canceled the shit, and it pissed me off.
Well, with Black Lightning, his powers is lightning, electricity, or whatever. His daughter, played by Nefessa Williams, and she's actually the first Black gay superhero on TV. She has super strength, and then China McClain, she plays. I think she's like more powerful than Black Lightning. Like she can stop his powers or something like that, or she could charge him up if anything happens. So, but like just overall, the show is good. It needs to be supported because it is a Black family unit. And I mean, for the first couple of seasons, him and the wife, the show starts off where they're separated, but you see them work on their relationship. And I mean, it was a story about just Black love for them, but she going through some things right now, so they've broken up again. And I hope she gets herself together. But I mean, when their show, and the show is by Mara Abracakil's husband. Is it Salim?
Salim, right?
Salim, I guess.
They're a couple who also did Girlfriends, Being Mary Jane. Love Is. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, but if you want Black love, or if you wanted Black love, for the first couple of seasons, it was Black love, and so I really wasn't opposed to them ending Love Is, because Love Is a good show, because we know the Akils are good at what they do. But that was a toxic ass show that.
So listen, Love Is was on OWN, right? And so the thing that sold me with Love Is my obsession with the 90s.
Yeah.
I love 90s. So they packaged this as this love story that happened in the 90s.
And it's supposed to be based on their love too.
And that was the other half. So it's supposed to be like their love story. And then, like I told y'all, it's set in the 90s. The way they were marketing it, they kept playing like the 90s music. They had Oprah on the red carpet talk about her favorite 90s music. And she said it was Toni Braxton's You Mean the World to Me. And I'm just like getting my whole fucking life because I'm obsessed with the 90s. Like that's one of my favorite decades. Or probably like my favorite decade. So Love Is comes on. I'm ready. They Black. The girl is cute. The nigga cute. It's set in the 90s. I'm ready to see some Tommy Hilfiger. I'm ready to hear Pumps and the Bumps. I'm ready to hear Rump Shaker.
Hello, morning.
I'm ready. I'm ready for a Penny in a Hole in it. I'm ready for Janet Jackson. You Want This? I'm trying to get me some Whitney Houston Bodyguard. I want them to go see Love Jones in the show. I'm ready. I'm here. And to add everything, icing on the cake, I love when people I love and who've been in the business for so long still get a check. So when I seen Dwayne Wayne, aka his real name's Kadeem Hardison, when I saw that he was in the show, I was like, oh, this is what's up. Yeah. Like, look at Dwayne Wayne still getting a check.
And what was her mom? Her mom was Tammy.
What is Tammy name?
And we just talked about her, like,
I love Tammy too, because him and Tammy was
the parents on
Zoe
Zendaya's show. Yeah,
they were. So I like to see like people who've been in the game get a check. And then when the show aired and you realize she's writing for a show that's like Martin, I'm even more so. Because I'm like, wow. And it's like the old school studio audience setup. It's like all the colors. And
overall, like, Nuri is doing her thing. She bought a house.
She cute. 20s. She got a Jeep. You remind me of a Jeep. I want to. Y'all don't like R. Kelly no more, but
she got a professional lined up. She got the mail boy that just, whenever she just need a good fix, he come over. She got the other dude who we later find out is questioning his sexuality, but he's also pursuing her. And
She
stuff.
cute. It's the
Yeah.
90s, and she live in LA,
Yeah.
and she got a good job, and she got a job in the entertainment
Yes.
industry. Which lets me know she could have pulled anybody because she
Yes.
was cute with a job in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
She worked at a lot. She worked at like a Universal Studios lot. She worked at like a Warner Bros lot, a Lions Gate lot. She can pull niggas.
Yes.
In short. But in come this bum ass nigga.
Yes, sir.
And everybody want to act like, you know what? Because people, y'all like to throw black love on everything, and y'all make niggas y'all goals.
But the thing is that I don't like this whole narrative with black women that, okay, I know in life when it comes to love, y'all are going to go through things. But sis, you don't have to be with a nigga that got you struggling.
Right.
And like, Yasir, and another thing, this whole potential thing. This nigga was in his 30s. He wasn't living.
They opened the show with him walking in his drawers. Like, let's really be for real.
He was not living in his potential at all. He didn't have a job
At all.
He moved to LA with some other chick, and during the time she was able to get her business started, he did nothing. His car was broke down. He had a son that he wasn't even paying child support for.
Wasn't even trying to see him on a regular though.
Right.
But then he was like the type of dad that comes in and be like, but I'm your daddy.
But he want to run things.
And I hate niggas like that.
Got mad at the baby mama for pulling him out of piano lessons because she could no longer afford it. But he was not giving her any money. And if he was, it was the bare minimum. But I feel like his mom was paying his child support.
His mama was.
Yeah. And then the fact
Was
that...
it his mama Loretta Devine?
Yes. And then the fact that...
Shout out to Loretta. Loretta stayed with a role too. She says
do.
no to nothing.
She do.
She says no to nothing.
Right. And him and the baby mama got into it. And the baby mama, I don't think she was necessarily mad at Nuri. I just feel like she was mad at him, and so Nuri caught those bullets. And especially when it's like, nigga, you don't have a job, but you living with this chick, and now you trying to bring her home, and you trying to tell me how to raise my son. And I think she called Nuri out her name, and he bucked at her like he was about to hit her.
Which lets me know they was fighting.
But the thing is, he's just abusive.
He was very abusive to Nuri too.
He was very like mentally, emotionally abusive to her.
He really was. Like, I didn't see it from I thought she was too good for him anyway.
She was.
Anyways, like from jump, being a pretty girl, can get you a lot of shit. You can be a broke bitch, but if you pretty,
and then plus she was a light skinned girl in the 90s,
and with the quote unquote good hair, and she had a short little cut. She, at the end of the day, still to this day, it's a lot of stuff pretty girls can get, regardless of how much money they have, what they doing, where they live at, what their occupation is. That is what it is, right? So now you add the layer of she's a graduate, she has a good job, and let's always be clear, she works in the entertainment industry. She's going to a lot where executives and actors and certain people are just hanging out
and
naturally.
she even like directed a show or something.
She did. And she was a writer on a very popular show. So it wasn't... Essentially, on the show, she was working... I think the show might have been called Marvin. She was working at a show that basically was Martin. So now, think about the 90s and what Martin meant. And how many parties Martin probably had. They had a season finale, a series opening, fall finales. Oh my God, we hit this many views. We got to throw a party for that. So now you in a room with people, in reality, you'll be in a room with people like Martin and his friends. So now add the other celebrities that probably was involved with coming to all these functions. She was doing her damn thing. This nigga was walking down the street with drawers on. And then he kept making her choose. He kept making it where it had to be him or her career.
No,
it couldn't be both.
He came to her job and acted a purdy fool.
The show she directed, she couldn't even watch because as soon as they closed the doors, nobody's allowed to go in or out no matter who you are. He cuts up at her job. And in the process of cutting up at her job, she now can't even go see the show I think the show she mainly wrote. She was a main writer or something. No, because she was a director. She would have been in there because she would have directed.
All right.
It was like the first time she was like lead writer. Yeah. And she gets to become lead writer, and now she can't even see her show because she outside arguing with some nigga. What was it about? Like,
because he couldn't get in after a certain time, and then he tried to hold the mail boy, and it's like, but he has a job. He's working at the studio. What are you doing? You not doing.
You just pulled up in Nuri's car.
Yeah, and it was so bad that even like her boss, played by Kadeem, like he had to talk to her like, look, like you're successful. You got this dude. He came up here and he embarrassed you. And
you couldn't even see the show
Yeah.
you wrote live. Like, you gotta
Yeah.
wait till it airs at this point.
Yeah, and it was like, just be careful because he could be using you. Because the thing was is that he was trying to get into the business also, and he wrote this whole story. But what are you doing? You're not doing anything. He was just yes.
And it's just like I said, he kept making it either me or
Like,
it couldn't be him and it could be him and her mother. It had to be either you dealing with me or you can hang out with your mother. He made it to where she could never do both when it came to him. It had to be him or whatever else was going on in her
And he came
life.
into her house basically like running things. Because mind you, he moved in like after like a few weeks. And was moving stuff around and just leading with the iron fist. And I didn't really care for that episode anyway when he acted an ass at her job, because that was the episode when they were arguing. But then something happened where she like had a moment where she thought about being molested or something, and when she was younger.
I ain't like that
So
episode
then
either.
they turned it around where he's comforting her.
I didn't
And it was
really,
just
I ain't like it like that. No, that nigga's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And go call your friend to comfort you about your molestation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't like when they do that to women, like when they write women where they have a valid reason to be upset, but then it's like, oh, by the way, this happened in my childhood, or this happened
And
2
now
years
he's
ago,
comforting.
and now he's like he's the person.
savior.
Yeah, I don't like when they do that shit, because really he was a bum ass nigga, and then he did
was.
the girl that he was living with wrong on top of all of that.
But then after he did her wrong, he done moved out, got with Nori, sleeping with Nori, and then when the ex-girlfriend get a man, he want to try and buck up his chest at her boyfriend. Like, he was just terrible.
She ain't want to buck up his chest at her house.
Yeah.
He's homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless niggas
He
always
was
got
living
good
in
dick.
his car.
Right.
Girl, like,
And he smoked cigarettes. Gross.
and he was a Muslim. And he was so, and it's not even that he was a Muslim, but he wanted
Gotta
to
clean that one up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's nothing wrong with being Muslim,
It's
but
not.
he used it. It was convenient for him.
It was very.
Like,
he used religion when it worked for him.
When it was convenient. It's like, oh no, I have to pray at certain, at this time of day.
Yeah.
But then,
But you're doing everything else under the sun that you
smoking
probably
cigarettes,
you ain't
you
supposed to be
having
doing.
sex
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Now that is true though.
Let me go back. Nothing is wrong with being a Muslim.
You're fine.
But it was him. Like, he was
he
just,
did. He used it when it was very convenient for him.
yeah, and it was just it was disheartening for me to like read people's comments about the show, because like I said, the show was good. But to see
Me and
women,
Chrissy kind of hate watch that show. Like
Yeah.
overall, I liked Nuri at work. I like Nuri with her friends. I like Nuri with her boss. I like Nuri in every scene that did not have nothing to do with him.
yeah, because he was just trash, and it was just disheartening to see women be like, yeah, you gotta be there for your man. Yes, struggle up.
No, because my mama never watched it. So finally, I was like, I need to watch the show Love Is, and I don't know why I'm telling you, because me and Chrissy really hate it low key, but we watch it every week because it's just
good.
we're amazed. Like it's good. It's good writing.
It's good writing, yeah.
The visual is good. Everything about the show's good. But it's like, I'm just so confused on how everybody's like boasting this nigga up. He's
Yeah.
terrible. So it was like an episode that he basically tried Nuri's mom, and my mom was like, oh, I would have been put him out. Like
Yeah.
my mom don't even play that shit. I'm 33 right now. And let me be, if my mama not feeling somebody, she will directly be telling you she not feeling you. Like my mom don't play that shit. I was like, I would have been put him out. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
And you successful?
Right, and that like, girl, because they kept talking about this show was based on that love. I had to read up on them because I was like, it's no
But
way.
when they
Mara.
said that, I thought that was a lie from jump, because this was a thing. It wasn't a good love story. So I'm like, why are y'all? This
But
not a
the
good love
thing
story.
was that Salim when him and Mara got together, he was in the industry doing work. I think he was just more local, whereas Mara was more mainstream. So in that sense, she did help put him on, but he was already working. And he wasn't just no bum ass nigga that they made the Yasir character out to be. And so I was like, ooh, good Mara. But like, if the show would have came back on for second season, I would have watched it, because the only way I would have been here for that show is if Nori would have like got some balls and put him out and been like, no, you need to get your shit together. And then he would have gotten his shit together and then possibly came back. But
Nuri should have been dating a nigga who played for the Lakers.
well, she had that professional dude, but she was just like, oh, my energy, and me and him, we have
She's
so much good chemistry.
No,
Look,
he was so hella abusive.
someone once said, ain't nothing going on but the rent. You gotta have a J-O-B if you want to be with me.
Listen.
No romance without finance.
I hear no lies.
A word.
Oh, wow.
A word.
Wow. Save the generation, sis.
A word.
And you know how I feel, so don't ask me. Listen, if you listen to Recovering Party Girl, y'all know how I feel about it's a whole lot of stuff I can turn the blind eye to. Being broke ain't one.
And you gotta pick your struggle. You can't be broke and abusive.
Listen, I tell y'all this all the time. You can't be broke and cheat on me. You have to have money for me to kind of almost be okay with you cheating on me. You can't be broke and abusive. Well, you can't be rich and abusive either. You can't, but you really can't. You really can't be broke and nothing. Like broke is its own entity. You just whatever broke is just there. You gotta be perfect in all realms. You gotta cook. You gotta clean. The sex better be amazing. You better crack jokes. My friends better love you.
Take care of the kids.
You better be able to fry some chicken. You better be able to change my oil and my tires. You better clean bathrooms and paint walls. You better build a shed in the back. There's so much shit you gotta do if you broke. That it's not even worth being broke.
Yeah. So,
but you can't be broke and abusive.
Yeah, so love is not in that case.
And then on top of all that, then you find out that the husband stole the story and now it's canceled on. So
yeah, well, that was some other stuff because then the girl was talking about there was sexual assault, but then she was married herself. So it was
and then like he was into like real freaky like Pornhub shit. And it was like, oh, now that I'm gonna get
whatever your kinks are.
Wherever your kinks are, listen. I might have peeped at it at Pornhub just to see if I could or almost could not. I just had a conversation with some friends in the car the other day about harnesses. That's a whole nother conversation. But we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah,
that was hilarious. That I was dying. But at the end of the day, I'm not judging you for your kinks. I care less about what you do. If you like aggressive Bloody Mary sex, hey, do your thing. But it's like on top of this story being not a good love story, you stole the story from some girl, and then y'all try to push it off as your love story, and I think that's why that show got canceled.
And y'all shouldn't have pushed that off as your love story.
It was a bad love story.
It was a terrible love story.
It was nothing good about it. It was it had never been a scene with Nuri and Yasir that I was like, oh wow, look. No, it was never seen. Ever a scene.
Because even when he came up in there with them drawers on, I was just like, oh Nuri, you could do better.
Terribly better.
You could do better.
Wow! I didn't know my own strength. That's when y'all be having cute kids and don't teach them shit. So shout out to Love Is canceled and they didn't even bother to put it on no Netflix, no Hulu, so they buried that show.
So watch Black Lightning.
In short, Black Lightning, being Mary Jane and Girlfriends is their good shows.
Yeah.
Love Is was an accident.
Yeah.
Even though Love Is soundtrack is bomb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
what else you watched this week?
So this we did the fall finales of Grey's Anatomy and How to Get Away with Murder. If anybody watches TGIT, which is Shonda Rhimes, thank God it's Thursday lineup. A couple of things here. If you haven't watched How to Get Away with Murder, this is about to be a spoiler alert, so you might want to skip. But they fucking killed Asher. So this is the question. Who do y'all think killed Asher? Because that was one of the deaths that I did not think was going to happen. I thought like he was going to die. I thought when old boy hit him in the head, while they were at the house, I thought he was going to die. But the fact that he ends up at where his apartment was and he got slain there, I have so many questions. So my main question with How to Get Away with Murder is, who do you think killed Asher? Also, I hate them damn kids. I think they're super ungrateful. I think since from day one, Annalise has been bailing them out of shit. Her life is in distress because she messing with them kids. I hate all of the kids. I hope the way they have the show going right now, it looks like she's about to get away and just change her name and be on the island where Olivia Pope and Jake was from Scandal. I really hope that's what happens because, in short, I cannot stand anybody, and I think Anime needs to get the hell up out of there. But if just send me messages and let me know who y'all think killed Asher, because that was really a death that I did not see coming. Okay, and then fast forward to Grey's Anatomy. Two things here. Do y'all think Richard Weber and Catherine Avery are going to get a divorce? And I kind of am happy that Jasmine Guy is the mistress because, like I said before, I love to see people who I've loved for so long still get a check. And so for Jasmine Guy to be on a show with Debbie Allen, and if you watch Different World, you know how significant that is. The fact that Jasmine Guy is getting a check on a really good show too, and I feel like Debbie Allen probably got her that job. I'm super excited. And Maggie... She quit being... Maggie is... you don't watch Grey's Anatomy. Meredith Grey have this half-black sister, and her name's Maggie. What do y'all think about Maggie? She was like top heart surgeon. she just quit her job at Grace Sloan because apparently she said she can't trust her gut, and if she can't trust her gut, she can't operate properly. But is it me, or have they made Maggie way more aggravating in these past couple of seasons than she needs to be? She's a pretty girl, she's top of her class, and they just make her so damn insecure, and I can't wrap my mind around why it seems like she's getting more insecure as the show goes on. So give me some thoughts about that. But in short, tell me who y'all think killed Asher, because that murder really, that did something to my soul. And y'all know, like, you know, I'd be like attached. And I was just like, damn, y'all killed Asher like that.
Is it How to Get Away with Murder? Is this their last season?
This is their last season. And the thing is, I think they only have like 5 more episodes left, because they don't come back until April. So they don't even come back regular January, February.
Okay.
They're not coming back to April. So I think they have like 5 more episodes left. But I'm interested to see how they're gonna wrap that show up, because how the hell they gonna wrap that show up with nobody going to jail? Somebody has to go to jail. It's just been a whole bunch of murders in that show that they've like been getting away with, kind of, and covering them up. So it's like, I wonder how is everybody just gonna graduate and go on about their days and have successful lives? Like,
well, hopefully nobody pisses off Shonda Rhimes.
Listen, you know, Shonda killer,
because that is the one that's gonna go to prison,
Yeah, Shonda,
and you will never hear from him again.
Shonda don't play that shit. But yeah, it's like 5 episodes left, and I watched How to Get Away with Murder from the beginning. So it's been a really good show. But it's one of the things now where, you know how you do so much, it's just like, where can the writing go?
Yeah.
So I can see, I like now that people are pulling out versus letting shows go on too long where they get canceled.
And plus, doesn't she have a deal with Netflix or something?
She doesn't do it with Netflix now, but Grey's Anatomy is still going to be on ABC.
Oh, okay.
And Grey's Anatomy going on like season 107.
Okay.
So yeah, shout out to Shonda Rhimes. You really,
Shout out Shonda.
you've really given some great entertainment.
Yeah.
That's it. What else? That's all I'm watching.
Yeah.
Well, because everything's on fall. Everything's on fall anyway.
We skip reality TV.
90 Day Fiance, y'all still stupid.
No, but Robert, he lied about how many kids he had.
He has like 9 kids. And the grandma porn star. And nobody, what is the grandma? Okay, listen, y'all, find out the grandma's name who's the porn star on 90 Day Fiance. Because I want to see her work. I really do. And every time I'm like, damn, can somebody get her porn name? Because I just want to see her work. I want to know what type of work she's doing. I want to know what's...
And Annie was totally disgusted. She was a porn star.
She was...
It was like, I already don't like you, but now you're a porn star.
Now you're a whore for a living?
Yeah.
That's exactly you're a whore.
You kissed Bryce with that mouth.
Right. Wow, I just want to see her videography. I just want to know.
And then you got the fake Iggy Azalea with that dude hair is so dry and brittle.
He reminds me of Tech so much from Real World.
The broke Tech. Look,
but she looks exactly like Iggy. It's scary.
And she just has no personality.
What's gonna happen?
She got a personality. She just ain't showing him.
She gonna move. She's on this show for purpose to be a model. What she's going to do is get married to him, move in with her sister, and call this shit a
You
day.
say get married to him and move in with her sister? Because the episode that come on tonight, his parents were just kind of like, so y'all can't be living here. What is up with these people that don't have money but trying to sponsor people?
You know what? I told you I'm gonna go online and act like I'm from out the country to talk to niggas from the country to see what I can get away with. So I've been trying to pick out what country I should be from. Where do you think I should be from?
Girl.
Like, maybe I should do it like, because I don't have an accent, right? So maybe I should do it like I went to school overseas and just never came back. Because then that'll explain why I don't have like, I can't go and be like, oh, I'm from Europe and I'm talking like this. You know what I mean?
I'm from Europe. My name is Ebony.
My name is Ebony. No. Maybe like South Africa.
Yeah, but they still have like accent too.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm about to scam these niggas.
Because the dude that's with Tania, I think that's her name. He's South African.
That's the one who lived in the sea shed.
In the she shed. Talking about some, she gonna go to Costa Rica for 30 days.
I hate her because she really just want a baby. And it's just like, girl, you could have went to a sperm bank.
She's like, you know, after you turn 30, half your eggs die.
It's 35. It is, you know, because this thing, shout out to y'all. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. So, for Thanksgiving, my mom's siblings on her dad's side came to visit Florida. They live in Jersey. And my aunt works, she full-time was like an infertility, working an infertility clinic. Now she does part-time. And that's what we were talking about. Because she was telling me about like all like the different cases she has. So it's not 30, it definitely is 35. But she said it's drastic as hell. She was like, you're like at 100% and then you just drop. And then it's just a problem. So her trying to rush to have kids, she's been a bit presumptuous. That's A.
But she's controlling though.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like her, and you want that. Stop bringing people over here. Y'all ain't got shit. That's the only thing I don't like about 90 Day Fiance. I like people who bring you over and niggas really be having the money they talking about. And I know that's the bird in me, but that's the truth. Like the girl from Brazil, the young one who's like 22. Yeah. Even though he creepy.
I like his kids though.
His kids are so smart.
Yeah.
Like no, them kids are really like advanced.
Yeah, but they're not. They're really smart, but they're not
like cocky and rude.
Yeah,
it's just like when they ask her, like they're really good in their interviews, but they get their point across very well. They talk very well. Yeah. But so I like him because he has the money that he told that girl he had.
Even though she bought a car and then so
who buys a whole car with a nigga credit card? And how much was your credit card limit?
Right.
And then it was like, yeah, my sister's using it as taxi. So your sister's an Uber driver in the car you bought, bitch. Yup, bitch. Come on.
But he ain't took the car back, did he?
He did.
She's
not
still driving it.
Not.
So
still being paid off.
Right.
My type of shit. So I'm trying to figure out how I do that though. So when I come with like 2 new cars, I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm talking to a nigga in Jersey. You gonna be like, well, I'm like, girl, he think I live in Australia. Girl, you think I live in the Dominican?
Girl, and you can play him like that one dude. I didn't watch his season, but that black dude that was sending that chick all that money, and she was like, "Well, let's meet in Mexico." And he went to Mexico, and she never showed up. I don't know his name, and I don't know what season he's on.
Because 90 Day Fiance has 100 different seasons, and in a 6 months period. Like y'all show is really hard to keep up with, and y'all need to slow the hell down.
Yeah, all I know is that they keep playing clips from his show because it was a black dude, and he was sending this chick all this money, and she told him like, let's meet in Mexico. She never showed up, and
damn, that's fucked up.
So,
damn, I'm trying to scam like that.
Girl,
it's so hard scamming in the city that you in.
You don't want to scam. Like nothing good comes from that.
I don't know. Let's wait and see how everybody's lives end up first.
Girl,
let's give it a couple. Relax.
Girl,
relax. Give it a couple of months. Give it a couple of months, sis.
So something else we watched is Atlanta Housewives. This season is going well. Eva, child, you got to make sure them bullets that you be shooting at everybody else that you don't get hit with them too. Cause she's just like, I don't mind shade, but it's just
when you told me that Barron thing or old lady baby, that kind of pissed me off.
Kenya her geriatric pregnancy or something like that.
And that's just not cool.
It's like so many women having babies in their 40s and stuff like that.
So many women having problems with infertility in general. Like, no, for real. It's like, excuse me. I don't know if it's always been like that because maybe I never paid attention. But like, I feel like as I get older, you find out how it really is a blessing for people who want to have kids to have kids. Yeah. Because it's really hard to have kids.
And especially when there's so many couples like losing money on IVF treatment and stuff like that. And, so I'm not a big fan of Kenya, but with her calling
Kenya,
that Jerry,
but your baby.
Yeah.
Your
beautiful.
baby. Jesus, Kenya, you did well with that baby.
Yeah, but it's like also Kenya's not the only person on the show that had a baby in her 40s. Candy had a baby.
Candy had a baby in her 40s, and Candy just couldn't even carry. I don't think Candy could carry the second one. That's how she got the fertility with the.
So, and then Portia had her baby at 38, and I think like once you get to your late 30s, it's considered a geriatric pregnancy. And Eva just had a baby,
and 9 times out of 10, Portia's gonna have another baby.
Yeah, and Eva, I wouldn't be surprised if she has another baby, and she's gonna be in her mid to late 30s. So
and
it's just like,
Eva's not 22, so
yeah. And then like the whole like her baby is Dennis with a bow on it, and it's just like, but Eva, 2 out of your 3 kids look like their fathers, so. It's just like, what is it? No, but I'm just saying, like, what are you trying to say?
It's shit like that. It looked like Dennis with a bow in it. That's you trying to be mean. And if I was Portia, and we know Portia a fight, I would have been bopped your motherfucking ass. I don't even play like that.
So it's just kind of like, okay.
And Portia baby's cute.
Yeah.
But that goddamn Brooklyn, you did well, Kenya.
Yeah. And so, like, that's my issue with Eva. And then plus because she doesn't even like stand behind what she says when she gets called out. It's like, I didn't say that. But with all that being said, her, Marlo, and Kenya can miss me with all them pointing fingers at each other and calling each other mean girls and stuff like that.
I can actually do with Marlo because Marlo knows she mean though.
And she did say, she was like, I say what I want to say. But with that being said, because Marlo was saying that calling Eva a mean girl stuff, and it's just like, all y'all are mean girls.
I mean, all y'all are mean girls, but I
below the belt.
I prefer my mean girl to be like Marlo. Like, if you're just gonna be nasty and mean and you know you're doing shit, just do your shit.
Yeah.
I don't like people who, I don't like Kia who nitpick and they be like, oh my God, no, why are you trying to, you can't hit me. I was just using words. No, words get your ass smacked. Now, don't underestimate that now.
Because people don't like Marlo because Marlo made that comment to Kenya about her mother not liking her. And I don't have an issue with that because first off, Kenya made that into her storyline. She tried to bring her mother on the show when she know her mother don't F with her. So why would you try to go to that lady's house when your mama don't talk to you? And then plus...
And I'm not upset with Marlo's comment because... Marlo stood in. Marlo wasn't like, oh, my bad. She was just like, I mean, your mama don't like you.
And she said what all the rest of them were thinking. And it was just like...
And Marlo said that, though. Marlo said, I said what y'all be thinking, which makes me feel like a lot of off-screen conversations be happening, and then Marlo just say it out loud.
See, and that was the main thing because that season... I didn't watch the 9th season because they just got too nasty and too low for me. But like...
Who was on 9th season?
That was with the whole rape gate thing, I think.
That was played. I didn't really like that season either.
I stopped watching that mid-season. But it was like, even with Sheree and Kenya's dig was like, oh, her mom pays for her house. That's her mama's house. And Sheree's like, okay, because my mom loves me. And so it's like, stop bringing up mamas. If you can't, mamas ain't your corner. That's the corner you stay away from. Yes, and that's true. Okay, so and my mama like me. Yeah, and now what? Like I said, but how is Sheree paying for that house? But go ahead. Girl, I don't know. But like my thing with Kenya be like taking digs at people when their stuff, like even if it's like somebody has a tax lien, that's the first thing she says. She got a tax lien. It's like, but that's not her story on the show. Yeah. So why are you bringing that up? But then you made your mama a storyline, but can't nobody bring that up because. I mean, you made your mama a storyline for no reason. You knew that lady did not like you for years. That lady didn't even like you when you was out here. Not saying that she not popping now, but when you was out here like winning, when you was winning Miss, what the fuck did she win? Miss USA, I think.
When you won that and you were on all these 90s sitcoms for real, because she was really working. Yeah. The reality of Wayne Texel, Living Single, Jamie Foxx show. She really had, she had like a good
in the house.
She had a good little run in the 90s, right? If your mama really didn't give a fuck then, that says a lot. Like, she didn't even try to come around when you was like popping. Yeah. She didn't even come around when you first got on Real Housewives of Atlanta because essentially that resurged your career.
Yeah. It's just, and it's sad to say, but then you also gotta think about it. Yeah, it's sad that her mom doesn't fool with her. And I couldn't imagine not having my mom in my life. But it's like, would you have rather your mama not really want you, but to have had you because your daddy wanted you and then just gave you to your daddy? Or would you have wanted her to have you knowing that she didn't want you and then just mistreated you throughout the years?
You know what? And I know it's hurtful, but her mama did what was best for her because that is the better scenario.
Because has she had any, I don't know if her mom has had any other kids.
I'm not sure, but... Your mama could have had you and your mama could have gave you for adoption and made your daddy fight to find you.
She could have aborted you.
She could have aborted you. Or she could have, like you said, had you and then you just didn't have enough for school clothes or nothing. And just got...
Or she just could have made it known that she didn't really like you.
And abused you and physically abused you or mentally abused you or emotionally abused you. Yeah. So the fact that you was able to like... find peace, like she said her grandma was like very important to her.
And her mother's family... accepts her. It's just her mama don't.
And you know what? And Kenya need to pay her mama that same fucking dust. I know. Yeah. And I, like I said, I could never relate to that because me and my mama are hella close. But you should have paid that bitch that same dust.
Because it's like, and for you to try to put your mama on TV, like I think it's to the point where like her mama, if it's a function, either her mama may not come around if Kenya's gonna be there, or her mama just don't talk to her.
She said her mama don't talk. She said her mom just doesn't talk to her. Like she can be right next to her mom. But like I said, Kenya needs to get to the point of everything where she just gives her that same type of energy.
Yeah,
meet my baby, y'all.
But my thing is, I feel like Kenya does give her that energy. I feel like Kenya was just using that as her storyline, and that's why it just came off as real disingenuous.
Mom, it's Kenya. Yeah, outside that door was. I did laugh. Cause it was just like, you know that. Listen, me and my dad ain't the best of friends, right? Yeah. I'm not going to take a camera to my daddy's house and knock on a door and be like, Daddy, it's Ebony. Yeah. Like, I'm not. Like, that would never be as far as I'm concerned, act like he don't exist. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you kind of set yourself up with that. Mom, it's like the way she said it. And then, like, you had this camera, and then, like, they cracked the door open, telling you to get... Whoa, the disrespect.
And I
But
think
then the thing is, it's not like that lady kind of act like she did you. You knew she really didn't do you. So adding a camera just seems like she would not do you more.
Yeah, and then I think her aunt stopped fooling with her for a little bit after that too. Her aunt warned him because they told her not to do that,
and she shouldn't have. But
Yeah.
you wanted.
She
The
wanted
thing about the
sympathy.
reality,
Sympathy
she wanted
and payola.
sympathy.
Let me stop. Just
Thank you, Nikki. But the reality is, I think sometimes they go too far with their storylines because they want to stay on the show.
Yeah.
And sometimes with reality TV, you're going to need a season or two off because you're not going to have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the reality, I can take myself for example. It's some years where there really should have been a camera following me because it was ridiculous. I had like every time I turned around it was something. And then I had like a year off where it was just crickets. Like,
you know, you have different seasons
you
in
do.
your life.
And I think the problem with, if you're not a good personality overall, like if you're not funny, like if you can't be funny with other people drama, or you can't
Like
offer
Portia.
or you can't offer good commentary in general, then if your season's off, and you really do need to get off the show. And if you guys notice with shows like that, with Real Housewives of Atlanta, the most consistent person has been Candy.
Yeah.
But you have to look at Candy's life. Candy has Escape. Candy writes music.
Yeah.
Candy opens businesses every week.
Candy always comes with something.
Candy mama's enough.
Yeah.
Candy's circle of friends keeps a lot of stuff going on. Candy got married on the show. They had to figure that out. She had a baby. She had another baby, but now she's opening up about the whole surrogacy process. So she has had a lot of stuff, and not everything she's had has been negative. Her life is very jam packed.
Yeah.
Outside of her, you have to realize people go in and out because everybody not gonna have a bunch of stuff going on all the time.
Yeah.
And that is what it is. And so I think people get desperate and start trying to find other little avenues to keep them on the show.
But even like now, I don't agree with how Mark is treating Kenya, but I feel like even her filming this season is kind of calculated too. And for her to use this as I don't know if they're actually married. I don't know if they're going to go through like an actual divorce or whatever. But it's like to get that sympathy on her side too. Like, well, look how he treats me.
Because she thought she wanted a husband and a baby, but come to find out she wants a baby and fame. And the fact that she would even go on the show and display her marital issues would be something I wouldn't do if I really wanted my husband and family.
Yeah.
But the problem is, that show has become her bread and butter. So now it's like, do you want to have a career?
That's the most like attention she's gotten since she's won Miss USA,
right?
Honestly,
and that's the problem. So it's like, and then when it becomes your bread and butter, like even when they fade you, I don't want to go back on that show. You crazy as hell. That was your bread and butter. You have not worked the case or buried a body since then. Sis, you want to be back on that show.
She working on somebody case. I saw somebody is suing somebody for something. And
I don't know. Bobby Brown said in his book that every time Bobby D. Brown from New Edition, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston's ex-husband, said that every time Phaedra worked his case, he went to jail. He also said, I'm not going to say she a bad lawyer. I'm just saying every time she was on my case, I went to jail. That's what Bobby D. Brown said. Now, I don't know.
Yeah, but...
And then she lose Sheree case with Sheree.
Was that where I was talking to Roger Bob. Didn't he stick his tongue out?
Roger Bob? No, his name not Roger Bob. You remember Roger Bob season?
Yeah.
Oh God, Demetria,
she loved herself so
she
Roger
really
Bob.
loved that nigga so much. And then at one time she was like, the only thing we have in common is 7. Your husband will be in jail for 7 years, and I've been with my man for 7 years.
And then they broke up.
And they literally broke up. And Roger Bob went the fuck on. Wow, what a time. What Real Housewives of Atlanta has been a time.
Yeah. But and also I'm not mad at Marlo for getting Kenya together either with that whole don't be trying to come up here and come out here with us and buck up your chest at everybody, but then you go home and you shiver and quiver or whatever under Mark. Don't be coming here trying to exert yourself with us as you the queen and you run this, but then you crying over that man. So
I mean, most people talk more shit to girls than they would ever talk to them.
Girl, look, I don't have to go home with you. I don't care about what you doing, but what my man ain't gonna do is make my household unbearable.
Not.
So But yeah. And then we also watched, I watched Married to Medicine, Atlanta. Yeah, because they have an LA season 2, but that's not on. But Contessa, I liked Contessa her first season because I tend to like the people that come on reality TV who they mind their business, but if you try them, they'll get you together real quick. But each season, Contessa is just, her storyline just changed. One season, she wanted to be a stay-at-home mama. Then she wanted to go back to work. Now this season, she mad at her husband because she was going to school in Tennessee. And then she's like, it's just a lot. And then come to find out, this last episode, she said how basically she had a successful career in the military, in the Navy, but she basically kind of had to choose between her career and him because he was like, I don't want to keep moving around. So she married him. And then, he became a doctor. And so it's just, she's just been feeling like she has been sacrificing a lot for him. And I just think that with the whole her going to school, like, girl, stop lying, because you could have went to Emory. You got accepted in Emory. You wanted to go off and kind of have your time to yourself. Yeah. And so it's like, just say it, but then don't get mad at your husband, because it's going to be stressful when you have kids in grade school and your husband is a doctor and then he's coming home and he got to take care of the household. Yeah, he's going to be stressed out while you in Tennessee going to school when you could be doing that program online. You could have did a program in Emory, at Emory. So she's been annoying me. And it also, we're in our 30s. When you settle down, do you feel like you'll have like resentment or anything? Do you feel like you lived the life you wanted to live?
Yeah, I don't think I have much regret because it's different. Like, I know people who started having kids in like their mid-20s and they're still with their spouses, but giving up your mid-20s is a lot. Like, the reality is, I graduated from FAMU, shout out, when I was 23. I could not imagine 2 years after that having a kid and having to come home to somebody. Like, even now, being 33, it's still hard for me. Like, when I see people with kids, it's still a lot for me to wrap my mind around the fact that people come home, get homework done, cook dinner, shower kids up. I get home from work, I'm exhausted. Like, I'm like, let me lay on the sofa for 2 hours and do nothing. Okay, I cut the shower on, be laying in my bed, going through my phone, forget the shower on, then go take a shower after the water done ran for 20 minutes, get out the shower.
The water still be hot.
Get out the shower, put my towel on, walk around, call you, chat it up, talk to my mama, eating like chips in the kitchen with just a towel on. Oh, okay, I guess I should put on some pajamas. Go and put on some pajamas. Like, the idea of that is still a lot to wrap around.
I can't imagine waking up early to take my kids to like a sports event
imagine,
and I gotta sit there.
Imagine being like 25, 26 doing it. And then you do it, because the reality is, if you have one kid, you probably gonna have another kid within the 2 to 3 years. So next thing you know, you're turning our age, what it would be right now, and you have 3 kids. So your life is completely different. Like, when I want to shake and move, if I finish this show and decide I want to go somewhere and chill out, I can go somewhere and chill out. I don't have to find a babysitter. I don't have to tell nobody where I'm going. It's just me and my business.
And honestly, at 33 too, and I don't know if this is for everybody, but I know, like, looking back, in my 20s, I was really just trying to figure out life. I was trying to figure out, it's like, okay, so, and I graduated from North Carolina A&T.
Hello, Aggies.
22.
Okay.
And then,
well, fuck me for doing 2 summer years.
Girl, no, because when I graduated, I think I cried. I was working my summer job, and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
I had to do a second year. So, I think we said this last episode, me and Chrissy know each other because of a mutual friend. Her childhood best friend was like my college bestie. So I feel like she did a second year just because she just didn't want to leave.
And I was low-key kind of hating on shit. So I'm like, damn, I'm out here in these streets. Like,
but you know who else was like that? I remember Angie, like, when she graduated, it was just like, what do I do now? And it wasn't until like I think about it 2 or 3 years later after graduating from Florida State, she came and moved to Texas and went to, did she go to UT? That's in Austin, right?
Yeah.
She ended up going to UT, but it was kind of like that era of, I just graduated school and she was working at a rental car place. And I remember her like, what the fuck is life?
I had an intern. Well, I interned with Deloitte. And then after I graduated, I had a job with them as an auditor. And I just was like, I don't want to be no auditor, but I don't know what I want to do. And then my mom was just like, you came out of college, because during that time when we got out of school, it was a recession. People weren't getting jobs like that.
Wasn't.
And my mom was just like, no, you got out of school with the job. You were blessed. I had a good salary. And yeah, and I was just like, I don't know what I want to do in my life. And I mean, after that, I worked at Georgia Tech and then was able to go and get my MBA from Georgia State. And was still like, so what is next? And that by that time, I was like late 20s, early.
The reality is still, for me, I still think, what is next? Like, I have a good job. I have a good salary. I like my job. I love my boss. I honestly, because I had a couple of people was like, oh, you just like it because it's the first week, or you just like it because it's the first month. I really have no issues with my job. I genuinely do not. But it's still like, okay, so is this my whole life?
Yeah, but I think probably in my 30s was when I really started thinking about, okay, like settling down, having kids, having a family, you know, being married or whatever. So now at 33, I'm like, all right, I accept that in my life now. I accept marriage and kids, and I feel like I have lived the life that I want to. But I feel like I'm even in a position that when that should come down the line, I'll still be able to live the life I want to, because then it's all about, when you get in your 30s, that's when you really start like settling into your career and making your money. I mean, people, not to say there aren't people in their 20s that aren't doing that also, but I just feel like when you get in your 30s, it's just a different level of maturity than it is in your 20s.
Yeah, I couldn't have had a kid in 20.
I couldn't have either. But so Contessa, she's going through it right now, because that's what it really comes down to. She's trying to figure out.
She probably thought she lost herself.
Yeah,
and that happens a lot, because you know, I've been watching Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk.
Yeah.
And she talks a lot about that. And it's like, yo, sometimes when the person you're married to or you're dating is such a big entity, and that, you know, I'm not even talking about just Will Smith as a movie star, but when they're just a person who comes to the room and everybody likes them, and they make more money, and women have this kind of ideal that they have to sacrifice their lives to push their spouse's agenda forward.
Because it's all like basically like patriarchy or whatever. You know, women, you submit to your man.
So it's like, we both are equally smart, but we're gonna push your story. And that, when I was watching TV, I realized that's everybody. I was watching. I binge watched Scandal a few months ago. Oh my God, y'all. I was so tired of watching Scandal, but I had to finish it. But I binge watched Scandal again because I watched it when it originally aired. And that was the president, Fitzgerald Grant. His wife, Mellie, was actually smart. They went to the same college. She graduated higher than he did. She was more of a Republican than he was. She was better. Like, anything they did, she was actually the better one at it.
That sounds like Bill and Hillary.
Yeah, and so, but the idea was she had to push his agenda forward. And so then now she has to like bake cupcakes with kids and shit on Christmas, when she wants to be in the real room. She wants to be in the Oval Office giving out orders. She wants to tell you what needs to be done, and she can't even do that because now she has to be this cute, quiet wife. And she was like, I effing hate kids. And now, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some little kid had threw up on her, like, one of the Christmas programs, and she's like, I hate kids, actually. Like, I only like my kids.
Yeah.
And now I have to be like this person when you
on the face.
when you get to be the top dog that technically I really am. And that was like the kind of same thing with what Jada was saying about Will. Like, she's like, she realized one day she was just unhappy because she had to take this back seat because he's Will Smith. And I'm Jada Pinkett, but he's still Will Smith. And it was Tiny and T.I. that was on the show. And it was kind of like Tiny saying, when this all began, I was Tiny from Escape. I was popular. I knew people. I knew the industry. And now I'm taking a back seat because, you had star potential, but hell, me too. We probably could have pushed my agenda forward. And I think that's a problem, especially when you're really young. Like Contessa, like when you're giving up stuff in your 20s and let me have kids, it's kind of like you take this back seat. But at some point, what happens is you have kids, they're young. So they keep you busy. But it's always going to be that age where kids don't want to be bothered. Around middle school, them kids they don't have shit to do with your ass. They just want to come home.
High school is over.
Oh, high school, they hate you. Oh, I remember like high school being a time. Like, why are you talking to me? And it's not like after like you somewhere in college, it turns back around. And you're just like, I'm obsessed with my mom and dad. And I became obsessive about my mama sometime around college. But like, it was a good little era where it was just like, I cannot wait to leave this house. And I didn't even have a bad mom. I was just like, ugh. Parents. So
I don't know. I hope she finds herself, and but I don't know if going to Tennessee when your husband and 3 kids in grade school are at home. I don't think that's gonna work out.
I don't think it's gonna work out, but it probably feels like an outlet. But the issue is you're not gonna realize it's not working out until it's too late.
And that's kind of what's going on between. And then plus she said their communication style is that they'll have an issue, but then they'll both go to their corners, but then they won't talk about it anymore.
See, that's what and
that's my thing. Like, I'm so non-confrontational, but if I got an issue, we gotta get that addressed, because I don't like that whole, okay, well, for right now, we're just gonna stop talking about it. But then later on down the line, something happens. When you said, it's just like, wait, what?
I suppress a lot of stuff. I realize I blow up on people because I suppress a lot of stuff. So it'd be like, when it'd be the straw that breaks the camel's back. It'd be like, this fucking orange juice. You talking about some goddamn orange juice, bitch? And it's like, it goes all the way down. And I'm in my feelings. I don't talk to nobody. It's like, you know what? Don't ever talk to me again.
But I used to be like that too. But I mean, I too went to therapy because I didn't like that whole feeling of me, because I used to just keep so much stuff bottled up because of the fear of confrontation and being like, well, I don't want to make this person mad, or just the fact I don't like being emotional and stuff like that. So then it'd be like, well, I don't want to be emotional about this and cry over this. And I mean, a lot of stuff, I am pretty nonchalant about a lot of stuff. I don't really let too much stuff bother me. But I have gotten into a habit that, like, if something does bother me, I may not address it right then, like when I'm in my feelings about it, but it's gonna get discussed. And then plus, when I have that time to calm myself down, then I think about a way that I could approach the situation versus going into it like, no, and
I realized about my brother, because me and my brother had been very confrontational in our past, because he's a Leo, I'm a Taurus, and something happened during Thanksgiving, and like he came in the room and was just like, hey, and he had like this conversation. I actually was thrown back by it.
But Leos are good communicators. My mom is a Leo.
Well, we weren't.
Yeah.
So it was like kind of like shocking to see him like, hey, this is how I felt. You hurt my feelings. And I was like, that was not me being malice. That was just me being quick out the mouth. And then the thing was, what shocked me even more, once we had the conversation, he completely dropped it. So he said his piece. I was like, I really didn't mean to do what I did. I'm genuinely sorry. Like, you're one of my favorite people on earth. I would never want to offend you. XYZ. And then, like, I wasn't in my feelings, but I'm the type of person, like, once I have a confrontation with somebody, I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
Like, once we have something, I almost would never talk to you again. Like, I'm that type of person. Once
stubborn.
The Taurus in me. So once we have like any type of confrontation, after it can be settled and you can say you're fine, my first reaction is to almost never talk to you again.
That's bad evidence.
It is, and I know that about me. That's why I be like trying to stop myself, because I be like, well,
you're dead to me.
Right. You're fucking dead, and you never say anything else to me again, because a dead person can't talk. That is what that is. And so I was already in my mind ready to just be done with the weekend. Like, I was already ready to ignore him. It was a wrap for motherfuckers. But then we ended up having like a seafood fest like late at night. So they went to go get the food, and so he comes back. By this time, I took my wig off. I'm in the bed. I'm not even asleep. I'm just in the bed, like trying to go to sleep, because I'm done. I'm done with everybody. I'm done with the night. And so then he comes in. He's like, "Well, the food's here. Did you want to eat?" And I was like, "Damn, we really just over it." But I was ready to like,
what you want?
I was not even that. Just like, why are you talking to me?
Right.
We're not talking ever again now.
Right.
And that's just the end of that. And I knew that about me. So the thing was, I didn't immediately get up. I still was just like, fuck this shit. But then my mama came in the room. She was like, hey, you gonna come down and eat? We got a whole bunch of food. And I was like, okay, let me get out. Because now they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Let me talk myself out of my mood.
Yeah.
So I ended up going down. I had a good time or whatever. But I really genuinely realized that about myself, and that's why I think sometimes I hate confrontation, because once I get into it, I'll be ready to be done altogether. Like, okay, we're not friends anymore.
Nah.
And they'd be like, wait, what? I just said. So we're done?
Girl, I know, like, after I came out of therapy, like, I was just so, like, emotional with, like, just dealing with stuff that I had dealt with. And I
everything goes back to your childhood.
Yeah.
That's the thing I hate about therapy.
And I just remember me and Shantara were talking about something, and normally I would just be, because me and Shantara have, like, similar personalities where we don't care about stuff.
I'm the emotional one. Like, I'm emotional about everything. I want to cry about everything. I want to yell about everything. Like, I'm Chrissy and Chantar are literally the same person. If I call Chantar right now and was having like a mental breakdown, she'll be talking about some fucking candles she about to buy.
Well, I don't do that.
She
I
said,
talk you
you
down.
No, you talk me. No, and that's what makes you a bit. You're more sympathetic, or is it empathetic?
Girl, that's one of them. I think empathetic.
Yeah, you have more empathy than Chantar will ever have. So you kind of balance me out because you're like, well, Ebony, I'm just thinking that. And then I'm like, oh, okay, you're right. So they're not dead to me now.
Yeah, so I'd be like, girl, that's dumb. So anyway, these candles I'm about to buy.
Girl, so they got 2 for 1. You think I should get 2 for the 1 or should I just get 1 for the half? What you think? Like, bitch.
Maybe she trying to distract you from your... No, but me and Chantar, like, we were talking about something. And normally I would have brushed it off, but whatever she said to me just really put me in my feelings. And I called her back, and I was just like, that really hurt my feelings. And she said that, and I just started crying. And I was like, I don't know why you're talking to me like this. And she was just like, Christy, she was like, I know you've been going to therapy. Maybe you should stop. And I was like, she was like, so is this what therapy Christy is now? Because it was like a moment where, like, if during that time when anybody said something to me, I was just like, no, I have to speak up. I
didn't know my own strength.
I have to get this off my chest. So, yeah, like going head to head. So when you said this, but no, like I've just gotten a lot better at like communicating my feelings, communicating myself. And like I said, not to say like I don't get pissed off, but I will be like, all right, let me have this moment to myself, but this gonna get addressed. And we gonna move past it.
Girl,
and you gonna know not to do this to me again.
I need to figure out better communication skills because I still be like, you're dead to me. And I be knowing I be doing that to people. I be like, so we're never gonna talk again, right?
Girl, well, don't ever let me look, if I ever piss you off, just let me know. And
Christy,
then
don't worry about this podcast.
So if the podcast, if y'all looking for another episode, just
She's
know.
dead to me. Just know. She's dead to me.
She gonna come here with another co-host. So my favorite show is
But today's appreciation. Right on y'all asses.
But no, just getting back to Married
to Medicine.
Yeah. Well, Contessa, all y'all stop coddling Jackie. Jackie is human. When Jackie messes up, she needs to
listen. When Jackie
apologize.
told that girl, said you barren and you should know that, or what she told that lady?
Oh, it's just like, yeah, because I haven't been able to have kids in Buffy.
You can't
should
relate.
Understand. You're infertile. But yeah, they've like just been hurt. Contessa and Heavenly have been like Jackie's guard dogs or something like that. And it's just like, we're all adults. Jackie is human. Jackie messes up too, and she needs
to be able to apologize.
Yeah. So, Contessa, stop being a follower. But now that we're talking about Red Table Talk, you mentioned it.
Oh, did you watch the T.I. and Tiny?
I did.
First of all, I love Gammy.
Cause Gammy don't be here for the shit. Like,
Gammy's not here for nobody. Like, why is Gammy even on the show? Cause Gammy hates everyone. Gammy be looking like
Gammy is me.
So wait, what?
And I appreciate that Gammy says what she is thinking. Like, if she don't understand something, it's really like, wait, what?
Yeah, and she really says it like that.
Huh?
But that don't make sense.
What?
And Jada really is trying to be so.
She's diplomatic.
Jada like holding Tiny's hands. Tiny's hands. Almost made me want to cry because Jada seen it in Tiny's face that she kind of. It was something about the way Tiny was looking that made Jada feel like, let me hold her hand. Mm-hmm. And you could almost tell that Tiny kept herself together in that moment.
Yeah, you could definitely
tell. Because she was like, that was one of the things that was comforting, but could have broken you at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes when somebody holds your hand, it's comforting, but that be the start of you be like, oh, God.
And see, I don't seem like an easy person to deal with. He seems like a difficult person.
He definitely is a difficult person to deal with. And you can tell because I think he likes to wallow in his ignorance just to be right.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like, that was the problem with Red Table Talk. When they were talking to him and making all the complete sense, he wants to be in his ignorance because he just wants it his way.
Yeah.
But I'm still down for T.I. and Tiny because I'm one of them people, love who you love, it don't bother me. So you can tell that she really want to be with him and she really love him. And I do think he really loves her. So I didn't leave the Red Table Talk like they need a divorce. I was just like, y'all, I hope they continue to go to therapy and find like a balance because I would hate for it to be like this another 10 to 20 years. That's all.
They said they've been going to therapy, but I wonder how them therapy sessions been with T.I.
The same way it is on how he was on Red Table Talk.
He seemed like every every time the therapist say something, he gonna have a challenge up for it.
Yeah, it was on Red Table Talk.
Yeah,
And-
I mean, I don't really have no opinions about T.I. and Tiny. You know,
I really
she
do enjoy
like
Tiny
it.
though. I really
Yeah.
do enjoy Tiny.
If she like it, I love it. But y'all side chicks that be trying to get in with T.I., just know he ain't leaving Tiny for you.
Let me tell you something. And the one thing I got from that Red Table Talk was no matter what happens, it's like that Here I Am song with Rick Ross. Cheated on her, but we still gonna be together. What I took from Red Table Talk is that anybody he messing with is just him trying to prove a point to Tiny. And that's what it felt like. Like it's always about him like, well, if you don't want to, let me just cheat on you and you gon' XYZ. And I think the thing is they think Tiny's a pushover, but as he was talking, it's like, yo, I couldn't get in contact with her. She blocked me. Nobody would let her get to me.
Like,
yeah,
at that point, she had reached her breaking point.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, y'all think Tiny just out here being a pushover. Tiny really is out here, like she said, oh yeah, I bought a house and I moved out.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah.
Took the kids.
Had
him on IG Live.
Yeah.
The kids. What he said.
That video, no. That video of Father's Day when Tiny, that might have been after that girl from Greenleaf.
It was
Tasha, I don't know her real name. I think her name was Tasha on Greenleaf.
Asia.
Which the only thing I didn't really like about her though, like listen, do y'all. Side pieces, whatever. I don't really have too much opinions about nobody, nothing. But the only thing that kind of bugs me about her was her liking those posts that basically was like, oh, Tiny's ugly, or you and T.I. make a better couple. I didn't really like that she was, because it's like she was taking digs at Tiny when she ain't the person you need to be taking digs at. She should be mad at you and her husband.
Yeah. And it's just like,
why are you being mean to this lady? You mess with this lady's husband.
and it was like, so do you think you're the first quote unquote cuter girl than Tiny that's came around? And
right.
Because Bernice was like damn near his whole girlfriend, and he still didn't leave Tiny for her. So
yeah, I didn't like her like trying to shade Tiny in the process when it's just like, but
and that's why we didn't see her on Greenleaf this season.
Yeah, and you mess with Jacob, you mess with T.I. Look, sis, keep your legs closed to married men. No, but I didn't really like that. But if I was somebody who messed with T.I. went out of his, when T.I. said best friend, I understood that part. T.I. went out of his way to say the best sex I've had. So anybody who has messed with T.I. at this point should feel like a damn fool. Because he's really having the best sex with his best friend. No matter what they going through, he made a point to tell y'all that no matter what y'all was doing, I'm pretty sure y'all was juggling his balls and all the type of stuff y'all was doing. He made a point to tell y'all still was going to be second best.
Yeah.
That would have hurt my feelings.
Yeah, and T.I. not gonna let Tiny leave. Because he don't want her. He don't want to see her do better than him either.
He don't want to flourish.
Yeah, he know that she could do better than him. I don't care what y'all say about Tiny. Oh, she unattractive. Da da da. Tiny has been in the industry for a long time.
Tiny has
seems
good
like
reputation.
An overall just sweet person.
She seemed like a good time.
Yeah.
She seemed like she not like, even if you watch that Escape reality show that I loved, you could just tell that Tiny always was just diplomatic.
Yeah.
She'll speak her mind, but she don't hold no grudges, no punches.
Is you not? Is you ain't?
I'm just saying Tiny because, and then after all that, Tiny hugged, tells like, all right, crazy girl, we're gonna go eat tomorrow, and it was just over. Like, and that was Tiny's whole thing. Her whole MO is that, like, she'll speak her mind, and then 2 seconds later, so you want to get something to eat,
she
or
just overall, she seems like just a really sweet person. She seems like a good person to have in your corner, and he know that. He know that Tiny could do better than him.
But then even when he said at the end of the day, good news or bad news, I want to call Tiny, and I mean. Honestly, that's really what it's about. Like, at the end of the day, he do a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to give a stamp of approval on. But at the bottom line, he really do know Tiny's a good person. Yeah. And the fact that Jada's funny to me, because when Jada was talking to him and then he started kind of looking crazy, she's like, I'm sorry, I'm talking to Will. Because it's like, no, because I let you leave and then you abuse the fact that I let you leave. Like, I don't understand. I'm like, wait, this is getting real personal, Jada. And then T.I. kind of started looking like, huh? It's like, I'm sorry, I'm talking to Will. I'm like, Jada, so you have to talk to Will. So when it's Red Table in, you will have a conversation, huh?
Girl, Will already know. That's why he was like, all right, y'all, I'm out.
I just want to say hey, because I like y'all. Hey, T.I., what up, no? Hey, Tiny.
You got it.
I'll be in the kitchen.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm sitting in my mind. I feel like Will was like watching the Red Table Talk from like the kitchen.
Girl, yeah. But
they're so rich. They take a whole talk show in their house.
Right. No, I caught up with Red Table Talk this season like about a week ago. So I watched the show with the whole family. I watched the show with the preacher that was transsexual and became a woman.
Girl, the one with the black girl was raised by the white people. I'm sorry, I don't like that girl.
That was so annoying. She was so annoying because she don't want to do better. She want to tell her story just to have a story to tell, but she don't want to. She
acting like figuring out being black is a hard thing to figure out. You can figure out anything. You could have went to a HBCU. You could have got black friends. She liked being the token, and that's why I didn't like her.
And she married a white man, didn't she?
She did. She likes being a token. And the thing is, when it actually comes down to it, I don't want to say looks more black than the rest of the people because that sounds terrible. But it's like you're running away from your blackness when your blackness is written all over you.
Right.
Everything about you is black.
Right.
Literally every single portion of your being is black.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hate when people act like being black is just this one thing.
Yeah, because we're not a monolith.
Yeah,
we all have different experiences.
You could be an emo black girl.
Yeah.
You could be a Valley girl black girl.
Yeah.
You could be a Southern black girl.
Yeah.
You could be a Northern black girl.
But the thing with that though also is I don't have an issue with kids being adopted outside of their race because we have so many kids in foster care and in the adoption system that need love. But my thing is, if you're a white parent and you're going to adopt a black child or just any child of color, you need to have them also surrounded with their culture. Like, you need to take them to their people.
Did you watch the
Tommy
one?
Davidson, his mom did that. Now, they didn't have to move to, DC or whatever,
but you know who, you probably didn't watch Sex and the City, and I don't know her real name.
Oh, yeah.
Charlotte York was her name on Sex and the City. I can't think. Kristen Bell.
No, wait.
That's another white girl, ain't
Yeah.
it? Her name is Charlotte York on Sex and the City, but I think her first name is Kristen. She adopted a black girl, and see, Gammy wasn't there for that shit either. But like as she kept talking, I like the fact that she held herself accountable for getting the black child. Because she just wanted a kid. Like, she wasn't married. Mm-hmm. She in her 40s. I think she might be in her early 50s.
Probably 50s, because she was on Melrose Place back in the day.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. So she was saying how she started being aware of blackness, and I think you just need to be accountable because there is so many kids in foster care, and I don't want nobody to be left in foster care because the parent isn't black or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, she did simple things, like when she went up to the school and realized that the school was mostly white, and then, like, the white kids were linking up, but her daughter wasn't a part of, like, their crew. She just started being more aware. So then she was like, I pulled her out that school. Mm-hmm. I found her a school that had, multiple ethnicities. Mm-hmm. And simple stuff like I went to a hair, I went to, like, a class to get my hair braided. I started talking more to black moms. Yeah. And that's all I need you to do.
They need that community, too. They do. Like, they need your love and stuff, of course, but they need a community. They need to be able to see themselves.
They have to.
Yeah.
But that's what I don't like about Rebecca and Old Boy and This Is Us. How they do Randall. Mm-hmm. Like, they're always jealous when black people come around. It's just like...
Because they feel inferior.
Yeah, and it's just like, he's always on y'all his family.
And ma'am, whoever that was on We The Podcast page who was trying to debate with me about Rebecca, she kept Randall from William because she was threatened because William got himself together. And nobody is saying that she should have been concerned that William could have relapsed, because he could have. But the main thing was she admitted that she was threatened and she didn't want Randall to not love them anymore and want to be with William.
What she should have did was just introduce him in like a come by on Saturday and have lunch with us. He has a basketball game, a football game, or he has a chess thing.
I was about to say, now you know.
Yeah, I had to remember.
He had chess.
I was like, when he had
robotics team.
Yeah, like she should have started infiltrating him that way. Like he didn't have to go spend a night at Randall's house.
Yeah, he didn't.
I mean, he had to go spend a night at his dad's house.
He probably wouldn't want to anyway.
He would not.
Yeah. Also with Red Table Talk. Yeah. Oh, I watched the Demi Moore interview, and y'all, Demi, look. I'm not here for younger guys, me personally.
Never.
But if I was going to mess with the younger guy, it would just simply be that. Demi should have had Ashton as her as her little play toy, and married a man who was older.
Demi lost me when she forced her own, like, insecurities that didn't have to be for. Like, I don't know how to say it. Basically, when she was like, I thought he wanted this type of girl, so I became this type of girl. And it's like, well, he married you
Yeah.
Anyway, so be the type of girl you just were.
Yeah.
You didn't have to kind of.
He was just happy to have Demi Moore on his arm.
I mean, it was
because
girl.
Demi
You're still
was bad.
You're still Demi Moore. Like
Yeah.
you're still Indecent Proposal. You're still
Yeah.
Striptease. You're still G.I. Jane.
Uh-huh.
You're still Bruce Willis's ex-wife.
Yes.
You're still who you are. And it's just like, well, I did all this stuff because I thought he would want a young girl. It's just like, girl, you didn't have to drink beers and go to the football game. You know who he married.
Right. Girl, you had messed up your sobriety over him.
Girl, 20 years clean.
Yeah. While he divorced you and went off and had babies and got married to Mila Kunis. Whatever.
Which they are a super cute couple. And honestly.
And they live a low-key life.
And I think Mina is it Mina or Mila?
Mila.
Mila is the girl that Demi had in her head that he wanted, and that's what's kind of odd to me. No, I know it sounds silly, but like if you ever like when you do see them, because they do live a low key life, when you do see them, they are like that quintessential white couple that go to the baseball games and drink beers and eat wings. So essentially, everything that Demi Moore actually was worried about is actually who he ended up with.
But the thing is that Demi Moore is Demi Moore. She like,
have y'all seen Indecent Proposal?
Right, striptease,
G.I. Jane,
right? Like, and I just feel like she shouldn't have put herself in a position to.
Child, when I seen that one tooth out her mouth, and I was just like, oh, she a crack.
Demi was going through it. But I'm glad that she's like gotten herself together, because even the fact that her kids weren't even talking to her and stuff. And,
crazy.
Yeah. So, and I've never had to deal with anything like that with the parent dealing with substance abuse. So, yeah, so it's just a blessing that she has been able to get herself clean and to that relationship with her daughters, they've been able to work at it and build it. Because I mean, even just looking at Gammy and Jada and how Gammy was saying,
sometimes Gammy looked like she feels bad that she wasn't there for Jada.
But she said that
but Jada really did it herself
on the Tommy Davidson episode, because Tommy, you know, he had issues with drugs and stuff, and so he was saying that with his kids, I don't know how many kids he has, but his older kids, they're still estranged somewhat. And that's what Gammy was saying, and he said that Gammy was actually the one that like made the life-changing call for him, because he was just going down like a dark hole. And he said Jada called him and was like, talk to my mother. And so she was the one who was like, look, I've also dealt with the drug problem. If you need any help, like, I'm here. And so, yeah, she was telling him, she was like, you know, even though her and Jada, they've worked on their relationship, and, you know, and that she's very involved in the kids' lives, she was like, even with that, she still struggles with herself sometimes because she missed out
on a lot of stuff Jada was doing.
And, yeah, so, I don't know. It's just, I'm just glad that everybody, I'm happy for the Red Table Talk show, and that it's just so like positive. And I know people want it to be like salacious and stuff like that, and I also don't understand how people get mad with Jada and them for being open.
I've always liked the Smiths. I know people have been dragging the Smiths in their parenting for a very long time. I like the idea that they parent from a place of knowing that those kids will eventually be adults. Yeah. And I think you should parent because, you're leading kids, but some stuff is just going to be your kid's personality. You know what I mean? And so I like that they kind of let their kids evolve. And I remember Will said something a long time ago on Oprah Winfrey's show. He was like, we allow them as much freedom as they want. Cut your hair the way you want to cut your hair, dye your hair the way you want to dye your hair. But if you start doing stuff, then I need to reel you back in. So if you start cutting up, now I'm about to pull you back in. But I will allow you as much freedom as long as you can respect yourself, respect this house, respect your parents. And I was like, I mean, because at the end of the day, that is really life. We have all the freedom in the world, right? We stop ourselves from being ridiculous. Yeah. Because at some point in life, you do have to, it's on you. And I realized that like a few years ago, like 3 years ago. It's like, wait, that is kind of true. Like, you raise kids with an iron fist, but the reality is at some point
they have to make their own decisions.
They're going to be in a space where they have to rein themselves in. They're going to have to control their issues, their vices, their life, their dailies, whatever the case might be. And I like the idea of I'm gonna give you freedom until you compromise
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Versus you get no freedom.
Yeah.
And that's just that on that.
Yeah.
And I was like, because like I said, when you're an adult, you know that you have to know when to say when. You gotta know when something's toxic and you gotta move around. It's just I remember watching it on Oprah, and Tracy was in high school when this came out. I mean, Willow had just whipped her hair. Like that's how long ago this was. But yeah, I like their parenting style, and I like their open relationship.
Yeah.
I do. And the Red Table Talk really honestly is a good show. And I think it's therapeutic for Jada because Jada seems to have been one extreme and then went to the next extreme, which will be kind of zen. Like it sounds like she did a lot of work on herself.
Yeah. Like
dealing with just the upbringing. She had a very rough upbringing.
She had a hardened upbringing.
Yeah.
Essentially she was taking care of herself and stuff.
Yeah, and then when you kind of look at, she talked about like being promiscuous, and you kind of look at her relationship with Tupac and how that just kind of ended, or their friendship, how that ended. And then it sounds like her and Will went through a lot. Because on one episode, she was like, me and Will I feel like me and Will just got into an adult relationship. And Gabby was like, y'all been together for 20 years. She's like, yeah, I know. But it just now feels like an adult relationship where we can have a conversation like adults about things that bother us versus however they were dealing with stuff prior. Yeah. So the Red Table Talk is a really good show.
And y'all, leave Robin alone. Let Robin tell her story about Whitney, because Robin has been very respectful.
And I believe every word Robin says.
Yeah, and she has not like disrespected Whitney at any point. But she has
even though I do think she lied a little bit though. I'm sorry.
Wait.
So
about the whole Bible and they stopped.
No, I believe Whitney gave her a Bible. I believe Whitney was like trying to break it off. But y'all just not gonna convince me that in 1985 or 86, whatever year she said she got that Bible, y'all telling me that Robin worked with Whitney into the early 2000s and that they ain't never like.
Yeah, I feel like she was probably running the Robin arms with her. And
I feel like
we get into it.
Whitney was more toxic for Robin for that reason.
Yeah.
Like Robin was out here trying to, like, Whitney got married, had a baby, lived life, was able to date. I feel like Whitney didn't want Robin dating. And even when she told the story about how like she was messing with the dancer, which Robin was definitely messing with that dancer.
Bobby was messing with the dancer.
They probably running trains. Who knows what was going on?
Right.
But I really genuinely feel like Whitney kept her there as like a comfort zone,
but also wanted to keep an eye on her.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like Whitney was able to date Eddie Murphy, that baseball player, was able to have this Jermaine Jackson. She was able to live this full life. And like Robin wasn't supposed to. Yeah. So even when she was like, she came in the room and ripped up like the page in the Bible. It's like, bitch, you married. You're married, sis. And your nigga be on stage with you. Like, relax. And I was like, Whitney was toxic. Look at Whitney. And you know what, Whitney, I understand. It all makes sense to me.
Yeah, y'all let Robin tell her story, because Whitney family been trashing that woman's name. In that documentary, they were speaking her name like in disgust. Like
they did a whole lot as if that whole family didn't have a drug problem. Yeah. Especially when they started talking about the daddy, how the daddy was basically a 2-bit hustler. Yeah. And and I never got Sissy's.
We not gonna talk about Sissy because we don't like talking about people mamas.
Yes, and she old. I'm like, and I don't want to talk about people mamas. Yes. And Whitney and Sissy has gave me some really good background vocals on a lot of Aretha songs. And
what was it? He could have had it all rolling
in the deep. I'm gonna let her go. And she did the background vocals to "Dangerously in Love" too, Beyonce song.
Oh, she did. I think I saw something.
Yeah, she did. So I'm gonna let Sissy live, and she old, and Whitney died, and she's still mourning.
Yeah, but let Robin tell her story. She's not being disrespectful to anybody.
She's telling a really good story.
Yeah, she's telling her story with Whitney, and it's like, it's no disrespect or nothing. So,
and you can tell Robin really loved her, and like just the fact that she had the thing with her wife, like, listen, if Whitney calls, the door is always open. Yeah. And that takes a lot as the wife. Yeah. And that just shows how much she cared about Whitney's well-being. Like, if she needs me in a way that can help her, save her, I'm gonna have to be there. Yeah. And I think that's a beautiful thing. That's the type of friend. Like, you can't ask for a better friend.
Yeah. Honestly. And I personally, Robin went so long without even talking about Whitney. I feel like she wouldn't have talked about Whitney now, but it's just that so many stories that came out about her.
But because they make her seem like she's the reason, when the reality is Whitney's upbringing isn't the story they sold us. Mm-hmm. And that's that on that. I'm not saying Whitney didn't go to church. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But it's a lot of mess that goes on in church as well. And I'm not gonna say
Her mom partook in the mess too.
yeah, her mama was
So
we don't talk about nobody's mama.
We ain't gonna speak on that,
But you know, praise God.
Yeah.
Or just even when, and I believe Gary, when Gary said that Dionne Warwick's sister sexually assaulted them. I believe him. Why would he lie at 50 about being sexually assaulted? And it goes to show too, Gary played in the NBA and got kicked out because of drugs. So this wasn't a Whitney problem.
Yeah, it's the
Michael also was an addict.
generational.
It's a family problem. Something was going on in that family that isn't all the way. Oh, look at this pretty girl who sings really well and she grew up in the church and she's really quiet. That's the story that was told to us, because back then they kind of carved out your story.
Yeah.
And there was no internet, it was no all that other stuff. So whatever story came out, it's the story you believed. And you know, payola ain't new. People was putting out what stories they want to be put out.
Yeah. Payola, sympathy and payola.
And they knew exactly what they was doing. So Robin really told that story respectably. I like the fact that Robin didn't lie. Did you do drugs too? Yeah, she was like, of course, we all did coke. But then again, they were doing coke in a space where they didn't know recreationally, and you didn't know how addictive it was, because it was like this kind of new cool thing in the 80s. Everybody do coke, and people go to work and go to Wall Street, and white boys was doing it, and it wasn't when it told y'all crack is for bum niggas. Like she told y'all niggas. Crack is whack and it's for bum people. I got money. So, and she tells a really good story, and like Whitney had a lot of pressure too. Mm-hmm. Like that, I mean, I'm pretty sure Whitney lived a good life and had a great time, but
I feel like Whitney wouldn't have gotten as far if it wasn't for Robin being there with her too, because
Robin was very much so a comfort zone, and I think Whitney
and Robin kind of kept, even in the madness that surrounded Whitney, I felt like Robin was like reminded her of home. That helped to ground her. And
I think it would not have gotten as bad as if she would have married somebody not Bobby Brown. And I'm not saying Bobby Brown is the reason. I'm saying of any person that anybody like Bobby Brown was going to be a lot to deal with,
because essentially Bobby let her be her. Where everybody else was keeping her in this image of, okay, America's sweetheart.
And Bobby was like rough and wild, so she was able to like, and then Bobby still was Bobby Brown, and then when the popularity kicked in, the dynamics of their relationship was very layered and difficult, and I'm definitely sure they loved each other. I love being Bobby Brown. I was watching clips of that the other day. But she just had a lot of factors. Like, it's so sad to have such a gift and want to share it, but it's like you can't share your art and your talent without a bunch of bullshit. People don't make it that easy. It's just not that easy. If the second you want to share your talent, you have now put your family, yourself, your spouse, your kids up into this space where, and then people act like you mad, like they mad because you don't want to like deal with them on a daily basis. I mean, but you want to be a singer. It's like, damn, I just want to sing. I don't want that. I just want to sing. So it was sad. I like Robin though. And then, man, honestly, I mean, I can say what y'all want to say. Robin and Whitney made a cute couple. All the pictures together, I was just like, they're cute together, actually.
Love is love.
I guess, girl, Robin, you messed with that dancer though. You definitely did. Yeah, because she thought I was, bitch, you was.
Now you're gonna tell the truth.
Tell the whole truth. Now she gotta whoop that girl ass behind Bobby and you. Wow, y'all was really busting down my sis dancers, and that girl didn't really get no 8 count like that. Imagine busting down dancers that don't even have to give a good 8 count. It's not like it was a Janet dancer. Right. It was a Whitney dancer.
They just do a 2-step.
Right.
Imagine paying somebody to do a 2-step behind you
and paying well, and y'all bust. And then like imagine finding out that Bobby's sleeping with one, but then the next day be like, yeah, Robin slept with the other one. Bitch, what? Oh my God! Yeah, Whitney.
Give me your Bible.
Yeah,
give me that.
Whitney went and got the Bible. Sis was pissed. Sis was over
ripped it out and looked her in her eye and just ripped it
and walked out. A real one, and fired that fucking dancer. You know what, Whitney? Like, how can you not win for losing? How basically Bobby and Robin was running through the dancers. Wow.
Whitney was like, so y'all think I'm y'all damn madam. That's what y'all think.
And she was just like, you know what? I don't do no 8 count anyway. Fire all the dancers.
Right. I'm just sit in my chair and sing.
You know what? Actually, I got a better thing. I'm about to get little kids. And that's how I'm every woman. That's why I was all the children. Whitney knew what the fuck she was doing. All the little girls and I'm every woman she knew. That was it. She was just like, yeah, so I'm basically about to fire all the adults. Got them.
Right.
Yeah, so that's that on that. So we're at the end of the show. Okay, well, let's do top 5. Top 5 Martin episodes.
Girl, you know I can't do top 5 Martin episodes.
We'll do top 5. How do you want to? You said top 5 for every season.
Girl, listen.
Do you have a list?
Listen.
You don't really have a list?
I had to write it down, girl.
Okay, get your life.
So season 1, Forever Shanae. That's when Shanae.
With kid.
Uh-huh.
That's season 1?
Yep. Woman with the Past. That's the one with Keith Washington when they singing.
Let me tell you something. I watched that episode. Them singing and Martin in the background crying is really funny. And then like nobody's paying attention to him having a nervous breakdown.
Right,
I'm just like, this show's so stupid.
Okay. I've Got a Secret. That's when he go on the radio station and tell everybody's secret.
Okay.
Blackboard Jungle Fever. That's with Beverly Johnson as Miss Trinidad. And The Variety Show.
With Snoop?
No, The Variety Show is You Want Some, but
You can't get down. Hold up the light. They say hold up the light on that. Yeah, come on, hold up the
Save
light.
the world from darkness. Okay, honorable mention is The Check, Lies, and Videotapes. That's what Reverend Leon Lonnie loves.
Ma'am said honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Okay, season 2. Really, Gina Is Not My Lover. That's when he goes back to his high school reunion. My aunt. Okay, No Justice, No Peace. That's when he get the park. He get the speeding ticket, and he go to court and the judge.
Oh, GTV,
huh?
GTV. Give me the draw. GTV.
Yeah, got the draws, dog. Okay.
Damn, that's in season 2.
Yep. Suspicious Minds, of course. Guard Your Grill with Tommy Hitman Hearns.
Oh yeah.
And then honorable mention for that season would be the Hollywood Swinging. Hollywood Singing. No, that's with Tommy Davidson. You can't take that children.
That's not your favorite?
The Varnell Hill Show.
That's not in your top 5?
I love it, but that's not like in my top 5.
Okay.
I love it though. Okay. Yeah, Hollywood Swinging. You Got a Friend. That's when Gina gets the male friend.
Oh yeah.
Fat Like That. That's when they call Martin fat, and so then he become real obsessed with fitness.
Working out.
Love Is in Your Face. That's when they go to the that's the engagement episodes, because those episodes are Arms Are for Hugging. That's when they go to the couples retreat.
That was good too.
Yes. And also honorable mention would be No Love Lost. That's when they missed their engagement party because they roasting each other the whole time. That's with Snoop in it.
I don't remember that one.
You just with Snoop when
I thought Snoop was on the episode with Outkast.
Nah.
Oh, I got them all combined.
Okay, yeah, no. Season 3, Martin Gets Paid. That's when he gets
the job. He come back.
When he is auditioning to get his TV show.
Oh yeah, that is going.
Yeah.
What season is this?
Season 3. The Closer I Get to You. That's when he becomes a love doctor. And when Tommy
the love doctor. Oh, that was a good one
Tommy
too.
and Pam hook up.
That's when they.
Okay. Another one, Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent. That's
when he put out the apartment.
No, that's when he don't pay the rent. I'm not paying the $5.
No,
it's like, well, $500 is a lot.
And it went to the end. They realized it was like $5.
They was like, well, I mean, 5%. Yeah, that's still pretty steep. He was like, 5%. I would have moved. $5. I'm not paying the $5. And that's probably like my favorite episode of all time. Okay, another episode would be The X-Files. That's when him and Gina go on a date with like their exes and that. Tanya Nicole, I love you more. And whenever you get past someone to touch that. Oh. Also, Girlfriend. That's when Gina's college friend comes into town.
Oh, with the funny with the weave.
And then honorable mention for that season would be Express Yourself. That's when they try to change up Martin's image. Yeah. Sophisticated Ladies and Mama's Baby, Martin's Maybe.
Oh yeah, I love that one. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin.
I'm sorry
I didn't want to go to Arizona. I'm sorry I lied to you, Martin. Martin's so rude.
Okay, so season 4, Blow Baby Blow. That's the Biggie Smalls.
Okay.
Gina,
what's up? Whoa, Gina.
Hell.
Oh, that was a good one.
Heading for Trouble.
Which one's that
That's when Gina get her head stuck in the headboard.
one? Hilarious.
Yeah. The Love Jones Connection. That's when Shanae go on Love Jones and
That's
Chris
funny.
Rock.
Yes.
I feel sorry for attendix when he was talking about Gina Big Head. And for that season, my honorable mentions would be Love TKO. That's when Martin and Gina trying to have like a night to themselves, but they keep getting interrupted. It'd be He Say, She Say when Cole is dating the chick from America's Most Wanted. Also Romeo and Juliet. And also honorable mention would be You're All I Need. And that's the one with Kenya Moore as Miss Boaz.
Shout out to Kenya Moore. You was out here getting jobs.
But that was probably like the only show where she actually had lines.
That shit was fun. That was a good episode.
And then for season 5, it would be Banging Hard in the Schoolyard. That's with the WNBA players. Snow White when they go skiing and come over to my place. That's when Cole moves out of his mama house, and because he's trying to impress that one girl, but then he ends up getting back with Shanice by the end of the episode. So those are all of my favorite Martin episodes.
All 5 seasons. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I just had 5. So me, Simon in the Sky.
That's also my second season. That's an honorable mention.
Y'all, because it's when they break up and Martin said, I tried to go to the Starbucks. That's just funny. The car episode, so they on some TV show, or I forgot how it worked.
I
They win
love
the car.
that episode too.
Yeah, they win the car, but instead of them selling the car and splitting the money 5 ways, they decided to
One
pick.
day.
They decided to pick days.
His car was towing
That
in the
car
movie.
was so. They had a hole in the floor. Ask him had a hole got in the floor. It's like, how did y'all tear this car up like this?
That's one of my season 1 favorites too.
Cause but why y'all just sell it and split the money 5 ways?
Because Martin said they should just split it.
I forgot who had it on Mondays, but by the time they got to the day where they all had it,
Gina had it on Mondays because that was when Jerome broke the
rearview mirror.
and the antenna, didn't he?
Who brought the rearview mirror then? So he broke the antenna.
Jerome did break the antenna, and then Cole had it on Tuesdays, I think, because he was taking their mamas to play bingo, and then Tommy had it on Wednesday, I think, because he took Kilolo and Shanae to the club. And that was when Shanae, is that your girlfriend or is that a dog or something like that? She said. So then they hit the car.
So
I think,
who put the hole in the floor though? Big Shirley?
I don't know, because what happened when Pam got it?
Like, you know what? I need to watch. I haven't seen that episode.
Pam, that was what Otis, because she was going to the bank.
He brought the rearview mirror. Okay, because it was holding it. Yeah, okay, I did.
And he hopped on the hood.
Did he get it?
in the hood. So yeah.
So basically, by the time they got to Saturday, when they went into the drive-through movies, the car was fucked. So that's season 2 or season 1?
I think that's season 1.
And my third favorite episode. So far, the Skybox in the car episode. My third favorite episode is when him and Gina were trying to be celibate.
That's the honorable mention for season 2 too.
That I don't know why that's so funny to me, because they was just, first of all, Martin and Gina stayed busting down, and like their friends were so over them having sex all the time.
It was funny as a child, but it's even more funny when you become an adult and you like, I get it. And he put the ice pack on.
I feel it. Like, as a kid, it's funny because them acting, and Martin was such a very colorful show. Like, they were very extreme in their tones and the way they acted. But when you become an adult and you're just like, oh, I get it.
When she came over in the blue dress.
Because and then too, when you get older, you pull all those stunts. That's what it be.
You can't be breathing on my neck.
Yeah, you start pulling the same stunts, and the same stuff that's getting Gina actually gets you in real life. You be like, wait, I see.
So this is what
I get it.
I get it.
I get it. And you be in your club dress looking for the nigga you like. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's too much being an adult. Now that I'm being honest.
Get your freakum dress on.
Right. The Biggie episode, of course, because. And the best part about two best parts about Biggie episode is Gina coming out in that dress and saying this old thing. Yeah, it's her doing the 70s dance, and then her coming out and Martin's like, you a damn boy, I'm still paying on that dress. And it's like, Martin, shut up. And just the fact that how Pam walks in and Martin knows it's funny. Because he didn't expect her to come in the way she came in, the way she was bobbing like Biggie and Bob. And then she hey. So that's funny. And then just the show in general.
But the fact that Tommy didn't know who Biggie was, he was like, MC Hammer can't touch this.
Or like when Cole came in and was doing his thing.
I said
It's just, and the fact too, you have to know, like if you watch enough Martin episodes, you realize that they improv'd a lot of stuff on that show. So that makes it very funny too, and that's why they always was ready to laugh. That's 4. 5 would be the New Jack City one. That's actually my favorite episode.
Suspicious Minds.
Suspicious Minds, when Bruh Man from the 5th floor took Martin's CD player. And what kills me about it is him and that damn dog. And when he said
Tommy
sit,
was about to lose it.
no, when he said sit and the dog fell over and he was like lay. I don't know why that takes me out every time because it's so dumb. Sit. Lay. It's like,
Because Tommy was about to lose his damn mind.
because it's just Martin walking around with that dog and making the dog bark on the
Calm down.
Cut out, don't do it. I gotta hold him. It's just like, why is this nigga playing so much? And you can tell they didn't expect him to be so ridiculous with the dog. Because it's like they jump in, but it's just like, can you move with the stupid dog? Like, and an honorable mention, which I'm not gonna say honorable mention, I'll just say I have 6. Would be the Beverly Johnson episode when Martin was trying to mess with Miss Trinidad. You know what I'm talking about?
No, Miss Trinidad
Dad was trying to mess with Martin. And you know, when I first got on Twitter, I was watching Martin. I had never realized that was Beverly Johnson. So I was online. I was like, bitch, why you didn't tell me that was Beverly Johnson the whole time? This is back when I first got on, when sort of first started, whatever year that was. And she was like, yeah, that's me. And I really had like a whole conversation with Beverly Johnson about that episode.
Beverly Johnson, a legend.
Yeah.
What are you talking
like, it was
about?
just so random. And she responded. And this is early. Like, because I blew up my Twitter a long time ago because I didn't want y'all to cancel me. So I don't have it still. But this was like, I might have been on Twitter for all of 2 months. And I just really was just like, bitch, why didn't tell me that was Beverly Johnson? I think I might have added her at the time. Not thinking she'll respond, because this was when Ashton Kutcher was on Twitter. And like, it was like 800 of us. Because this before Twitter got big. And she really responded. Me and her had a whole conversation about that episode. So shout out to Beverly Johnson.
He ain't all that anyway. He isn't. No, he was like, he
isn't Miss Trinidad.
Yeah.
Or just the fact that Gina showed up and had that gym bag.
So I got home and I realized that you said my name before Martin could. So you know what that makes you? A liar. And one thing I don't like is a liar.
And the fact that
with them sneakers.
What I like about Martin and Gina too was Martin knew Gina could cut up, and so every time something happened, don't try my baby now.
No, because when they brought the TV that time, and she
was like, yes,
and she turned the TV off, and the girl was like, "Who the hell?"
And, like,
and she was like, and he was like, "Don't talk to my baby. Should be Chaz."
Yeah, no, you're not playing.
She was like, "Let her know."
Yeah, don't.
Or with the whole lot of trouble when they won the lottery, and it turned out that they.
That's an honorable mention too. Whole lot of trouble's a good time.
And she jumped on the security guard back.
It's just like people can say what they want to say, but Martin and Gina, and you know who brought it up? Sterling Brown, when he got one of his awards a couple of award seasons ago, he told what's the best real name? Susan
Kalichi Watson.
He told her, he's like, let's keep doing this thing like Martin and Gina. And you have to understand that if you really watch Martin, they genuinely, I mean, his proposal was terrible, but in the butt episode was weird.
He wasn't gonna lose Gina.
Yeah, he was not. He was gonna go out of his way to make sure Gina stayed in his life.
Even the first episode, when he got on there and told us something that Pam said, about Pam wearing a certain dress to get a promotion, and her and Pam went over there, and so when they were in the room, he was like, "Fine, if you don't like what I do, you can just
get out.
Get out."
Step.
And then
she's like, "Okay, Martin." She had on that red and blue. That was their premiere episode, I think.
And so she turned around, he was like, Gina.
Yeah, but that TV. So basically, I'm about to go to my car. I'm about to get my bag. I'm about to come back, and I'm about to wreck shop. Like, whoa, Gina's gonna beat y'all ass. No, don't try my baby like that.
Yeah, he was. Whoa, you don't.
Whoa,
should be Chaz.
All right, y'all gotta go now. Though everything was all fun and games until this.
Right? What the hell? Oh no, she didn't.
I was about to get in. Something about Gina and Pam lets me know them hoes threw down. Gina and Pam was. We didn't see it, but Gina and Pam was down here fighting, and I could tell. I could see it in Pam's eyes. Gina and Pam don't wreck shop at somebody's club before.
Because you know that Pam was messing with niggas that were trying her, and like Gina may try and talk her out of it, but then Gina be like, "All right, girl, come on, let's roll."
Listen, I got a friend like that. Woof.
What we gotta do?
We could. I'm so happy we won't live in the same city now, because me and her used to be a mess. Get in the car, okay? Listen, I don't think we should do it. So you gonna come or not? All right. Somebody got to tell.
But right, Gina and Pam, the dynamic duo. Martin just all around. I love that show. It's just a good show.
And we had some comments. So again, thank y'all for listening. And so She's Been Dope said, I posted about last week. We talked about Greenleaf and how BB and CC need to come get Charity and how Carissa's trash. And She's Been Dope said, I don't like Carissa or Charity. They both ain't nothing but the devil. Jackie Frost said, the only reason I side with Jacob is because I really don't like Carissa and her character. Other than that, it actually really is a tie. Which I can agree to that. No, well, she brought home an STD, so it's not. Fuck her. Raina of the World said, last week the Chrissy's appreciation was for the Cosby Show. Vanessa Huxtable was the vocal. So Raina of the World said, Vanessa and the Big Fun episode is top 5 for me. Claire is a prototype of my future motherhood. And who else? Oh, and Damari Dickinson said, Vanessa Huxtable has always been my fave. I am Jean Nicole said, literally every episode where she sneaks and does something out of pocket is hilarious. Even back when Claire told her not to wear makeup. Shelby with the C. Chrissy said that Miguel, Rebecca, and what's the daddy name?
Jack,
Miguel, and Rebecca are the new B2K. Were the original B2K. Shelby was getting her life off that comment apparently. We couldn't name the episode, but Shelby with the C also said that the Gordon Cottrell episode is the best. My cousin roasted me about a dress I bought talking about the Gordon Cottrell original. She sent me the dress. I got what her cousin was saying. The dress was cute.
I want to see the dress.
I gotta find it because she tagged me in a picture. So I'm about to go through. But if you listen to Shelby with the C, tag me again. We'll tag at ILUV Christy. And they said it wasn't. Shelby also said it wasn't a rat in that basement. It was a snake in that basement. So again, thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy
We love your feedback. We welcome it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hope you guys had a good time. My Christmas party was good.
Yeah.
Or at least I think so. I had fun.
She did, y'all.
Did you not have fun?
She went in there wearing white when you came out.
First of all, don't judge me. So I didn't know what to wear. I was trying to get these sparkly pants, but y'all know when you get like sparkly pants, it really be sequins. So I tried the pants on, and it was like all the sequins was on the floor before I could even get it up. Yeah, and I had ordered it from a good store. I'm not gonna disrespect y'all here, but I did return it, so that's fine. So I ended up just going with, as my friend Brandy said, my aesthetic, which apparently now is high waisted pants that flare, whatever. So I wore that and like a white like lace top. So it was cute. I had a good time. The night of, I remember somebody like laying their head on my lap. So I remember foundation on one part of the pants. I remember that part. Now I wake up in the morning and it looks like I just rolled in mud. And I was like, when did this happen? And the thing is, I had on these shoes because me and Christy are older now. Gone are the days where we used to wear heels all day.
Girl.
So I had on these shoes that I thought were high enough so the pants wouldn't drag because the pants are very long. It wasn't long enough.
Oh, your pants were still dragging?
Yeah, the whole bottom look was just black. I don't know what the fuck. Y'all, so I went to the cleaners. My party was Friday. I went to the cleaners on Saturday, and I was just like, look, I wore these pants once. Literally just took the tag off them last night. Can you please save them? And then it was like somebody dropped the glass of wine on the floor, so like a bit of the splatter got on the pants. Them pants showed a good night.
They went through it.
They did. They showed a good night. Apparently, I had a great. If you look at my pants, I had a great time.
And that's how it should have been. Now, I had a good time too, but you know, as you said, I'm a bit older. My feet started hurting, so I was like, all right, Where my Uber at? I'm out.
Let me tell y'all how my feet was hurting 15 minutes into that party. I put the shoes on in the car and got out the car. I was like, ow. I'm too old for this shit. And then my Floridianness kicks in. Cause I'm like, if I'm in a really good mood, I can be a hoe. I can get me some Meg Thee Stallion knees popping. So I'm getting my whole life at the party. So my pants is just dragging everywhere. My feet hurt. But I really had a really good time.
Yeah, it was a
I
good time.
had fabulous drinks.
DJ was on point.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of drinks that I gave away. By the time I left the table, I had like 7 drinks. I had 7 drinks at like 2 different spots. I mean, I didn't drink them. They were just on the table. What else happened? Then I accidentally went to another party by accident. So I left my party probably like 40 minutes early.
You accidentally went to another
No,
spot.
let me tell y'all. So I see Christy and Shantara leaving, right? These are my real friends, right? And then I see like some other friends that I know. They all get into like a van. Well, like one of them big like bus type thing, like a kind of like a party bus a little bit. So I get on, I see them going. I'm like, where y'all going? They're like, oh, we about to go to this other place. I don't want to be left behind. So I get in the car.
Well, maybe it was we were bad friends for leaving your party.
You know what? Let's really talk about the fact that y'all left my...
Look, I was riding. So.
Which I wasn't, I mean, I don't care. I don't give a shit about nothing. So I got in the car and I went. And it wasn't until like, maybe like 45 minutes later, people were still looking for me at my party. And I had already left. But with that being said, I left food. I left wine.
Yeah.
I left Hennessy. I left Grey Goose. I left a good function, right?
And the DJ.
And the DJ. I paid for that. I actually paid for that DJ. Y'all, I left like everything for everybody to function. Apparently, everybody still had a good time. Shout out to Terry and Cookie. I had bought these picture frames for people to take pictures with because I didn't want to keep dragging them every place I went. I just told them to keep them. So hopefully they'll have a good holiday season with them. And I had a great time. So thank you to everybody who showed up. Mm-hmm. Y'all told me y'all names. Needless to say, I was drunk because I had pre-party before I even got to the function. So I wasn't all the way there to begin with. So, but it looked like I had a good time. And I'm with it. Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts?
No, just happy
Stay black.
Thanksgiving. Well, we can't limit our audience to just black.
Well, stay black for the niggas.
And just, we probably not going to talk to y'all till after Christmas. So.
Yeah, have a good holiday. Actually, have a good holiday.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Merry
listening.
Christmas.
Follow,
thank you.
Follow We The Viewers Pod on Instagram, Twitter, and IG. Be sure to follow Recovering Party Girls. You can follow me, Natoya Ebony, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And I Love Christy on IG.
ILUV Christy. Not LOVE, LUV. And you guys have a good couple of weeks. Happy holidays, friends.
Bye.